Finally in 2025, Sunderland made it back into the Premier League with a young team that is shaking up the Premier League to its core. Coach Régis Le Bris has most recently beaten Chelsea 2-1 and now gotten a draw against league leaders Arsenal. Sat in a 4th position with 19 points, even though most thought Sunderland would be fighting relegation this year. Captain Granit Xhaka has led Leverkusen to an invincible Bundesliga title. Could he achieve European football with Sunderland? Could Sunderland dream of adding to the 6 English Championship titles they have by beating the great of the league right now, like Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester United? And well, to compete with those types of teams, you needed standout performers. Let me go through them right now. In goal, Ruben Röves. That man, 22-year-old, 6'4" tall, 77 rated. He has been doing a great job. 2 man-of-the-match performances. The defense, a back 5 with Reinildo, Ballard, Geertruida, Mukiele, and Hume. The back 5 has been used against teams like Chelsea and Arsenal specifically to make sure they can get a result, and so they did. In midfield, they used Traore, Xhaka, Sadiki, and Lefe in the last game. Granit Xhaka, obviously at the age of 32. This man has gone ahead and won a Bundesliga title as an invincible. That is something insane. And he's now leading the line straight away for this team, which, as you can tell, has a bunch of younger players in it. And then Wilson Isidore. What a story. In France at first, then moves over to Russia, plays there. People kind of forget about him. He comes back now, has 4 goals scored in the Premier League season so far for Sunderland. He is their top scorer, even though they have a man that has come in that people expected to see more of. And that was, of course, Brobbey. Then you have talents like Adingra, Talbi, Chris Rigg, who played a massive role alongside Joe Bellingham in the promotion season for Sunderland. I'm telling you right now, man, I'm really liking this Sunderland squad. But as you see the ratings, you can tell, yes, they have done well in real life. But in the game itself, a Premier League side with a 74 rated centre-back, 75 in midfield, 74 up top, 75 on the wings. This is not going to be easy. Especially if you play on ultimate difficulty, with the sliders turned up properly to make the game even more competitive. A lot of people have been asking about them. This is what I use for the CPU sliders, just so you guys know. It makes the game very exciting, it's fast-paced, and it leads to me struggling a lot of times. But of course, we're stepping into this as Sunderland are sat in a 4th position with 19 points. 7 points off of Arsenal. Should we dream of competing for the Premier League title? Probably not. Should we hope to finish within the European spots? That's something I would love to achieve. And the domestic trophies, when we talk about the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, I truly think we should be trying our best in these competitions because we have proven we can beat Chelsea, we can beat Arsenal, or at least get a draw against them. But hold on, there is one thing that the Sunderland board wants from us. We have to get European football. If we don't, our budget next season is going to be cut by 50%. Now, as I look into the values of our players, I realize Granit Xhaka is the one who is valued at the highest, 23 million. And at this stage, I also have to say, Sunderland is not Manchester City. This is a club that will sell players, and that is something we have to keep in mind. However, you guys have the power to do something special. Every single season, you get to choose one player that we put into the safe forever category, which means we get to lock them in to the Sunderland project forever without ever selling them. Everyone else, because this is Sunderland, will be up for the transfer market. And if we do get offers from big teams, we have to think about it. I just realized one thing. Huddersfield, who are 3rd in EFL League One, actually kicked out Sunderland out of the Carabao Cup in just round 2. So, Huddersfield, congrats, I guess, but the Carabao Cup is not an option for us. Only the FA Cup left. Now, written down every single opponent we will have until the month of January so that we can together decide which teams I'm going to be playing against. Every single episode will be half a season and we'll be playing 3 games in each one of them. Especially until we play massive games where it's about cup ties. We'll be utilizing this to see which teams we should be going up against. But at the end of each episode, I will also show you the schedule ahead of us, and you guys can ask for one specific to be played each and every time in the comments down below. So off we go. Today we're going to be up against, first up, who is it going to be? It's Crystal. Nope. West Ham. Okay. Second matchup will be, oh my god, against Manchester City. And this way, we actually might get to see how we do against certain levels of opponents. Normally, I would only play against the best ones in the league or against the bad ones in the league, depending on where we're at. And finally, who is it going to be? As our third opponent, we're going to be facing Brighton. Tactically, I'm not going to be changing anything in the first season. Régis Le Bris has been doing an incredible job, and if he says the 5-4-1 works for him, I'm going to utilize it as well. I also just realized we have a bunch of players with their contracts running out, so we could have a massive exodus by the end of the season. But luckily, no one massive, apart from maybe Churkin. That could be an important player to keep a hold of. I also would like to keep a hold of the likes of Neil and, of course, Getraude on a permanent deal. Talking about deals, we have about 34.5 million left in the budget. And with the January transfer window coming up, we might have to make some decisions. Let me know in the comments. First game of the squad is against Fulham, and they get beaten 2-0. After that, we're up against Bournemouth, and Bournemouth crush us 2-1. Liverpool after that. Is the season already unwinding? It might just have. We are falling apart instantly. And this just shows you it only takes a couple of bad results and you're instantly down into the 11th position. 19 points on Sunderland still, with Manchester City up next. Can I get a point against a massive team like that, just like they've done in real life? Whilst that won't change the formation, I will change the players that play. For me, down the right, Talbi has to play, and down the left, it has to be Adingra, especially because Enzo Lefebvre made that huge mistake against Arsenal that they scored from and turned the game around. I'm still mad. But anyways, Enzo Lefebvre has always been a great talent. But for me right now, this is how I would line up this squad. Oh, Alderete is back. He's fit. Okay, let's put him in there instead of Ballard, who has been doing quite well, especially in the air. He is a very good player. Manchester City lineup. Donnarumma in goal. Nunes, Diaz, Stones, Guardiol with... Oh, Rodrigo is playing. The attack doesn't have Haaland in there. Haaland is only on the bench. Maybe there's a chance. If I can get just 1 point against Manchester City away from home in my first game coaching the squad, my first game back on a proper career mode series, I'd be very happy. Either way, thank you so much, guys, for being here on episode 1 of the Sunderland career modes. Please keep supporting it. Stick around. Let's have some fun. Adingra pass a move with Reinildo. Good pass. I see an opening here. There we go. Sadiki. Granit Xhaka! He's the first goal scorer! The captain of Sunderland is starting off my managerial career at the club. Granit Xhaka, thank you for that one. What a moment! Look at the pass from Sadiki finding his teammate. Beautiful! Don't you dare tell me that I can win a game with Granit Xhaka scoring a free kick goal. I mean, that would be truly insane. 17 minutes in! That looked good, you know. Reinildo a bit out of position right now. I also have to get used to the players and how they behave, as Phil Foden ruins my entire defense and we're asleep. But Roofs, that is why he is a man of the match so often. If I can just hold on for 45 more minutes, how incredible would that be? We're going even deeper with the defense. Look at that run. Beautiful. Adingra. No. Should have been 2. Granit chasing down Bernardo Silva. That's not going to work out. He doesn't have the pace. Hume down the wing here. Haaland easily wins it. Rodri. It's 1-1. Manchester City are back into the game, and this is not a good position to be in as Sunderland. 19 minutes to survive. Neil comes on for Sadiki to bring in a bit more defensive support, and you know what? Ballard comes in so he can fight against Haaland in the center. Yes! Love that! Neil! Adingra! No! Isidore! Rodri, just cover Haaland. Don't let him shoot. Cherki, all good. We survive. Ref, blow the whistle, please. Or let me get one more attack in. Maybe... Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Thank you. Lads, we survived. It's a draw away from home against Manchester City. Their fans are unhappy, but ours should be very proud. Granit Xhaka performed exceptionally well in that matchup. And I also really enjoyed the performance of Sadiki. After that game, it's the big battle against Newcastle, and Sunderland win. This means more than anything. So straight away, back up into the 9th position we go, with Newcastle right below us and Brighton our next opponent. And so we're getting ready for this matchup, as everyone thinks after that Newcastle victory, we can do more. Brighton obviously know we have Adingra on the left here, a former Brighton player. So if he can hurt them, that would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Nice. Sadiki. Oh, what the hell? I'm about to play him through. Baleba should be getting a red. Bro, what's going on? Where's the red card? Sadiki, here he goes. Bro, he feels like such a good player. Granit Xhaka waiting for his moment. He could have played it through there to Talbi. He decides to do it now. Talbi through. Shit, no way. It's offside. I was celebrating already. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a really, really good ball. Yankuba Minte roofs again. Gets a touch in it. Our goalkeeper, he's massive. Something's missing in the team right now, and I just don't know what it is. Talbi, I'm going to take off now and put on Traore to play down that right-hand side. The 30-year-old gets a chance to prove himself. And you know what? I think I'm going to take off Xhaka and give Enzo Lefe the chance as well. Down the right to Bertrand Traore. Traore sprinting through. Not that much pace left in him nowadays. But that's a beauty of a pass. Adingra saved. Offside again. Petrada, lovely. Adingra down the wing. Adingra is through. Come on, lad. This is you against your former side. Into Isidore. Yes! Isidore scores. That's what he does. It's 1-0 against Brighton. And our striker is in the right place at the right moment, like he has to be. Isidore, thank you so much for this big moment. Oh, no. Big tackle. Huge. I love this defending from the team. Just a couple more seconds to survive, please. Sadiki to Adingra. Once again, we come down this left-hand side. The former Brighton player has been a nightmare for them to play against, but this game should be over with 3 points going to Sunderland, unless Welbeck and his lads can do something very special here, but they won't be allowed to do so. Mukiele takes him out. 3 points against Brighton. Get in there. I'm getting used to this team. Régis Libri shaking hands with the German coach. He is on fire. Now it seems like Diarra is back from his injury, so we're going to be putting him onto the bench. I'm not a big fan of Masuaku, so Diarra is going to be coming onto the bench for him. Now, if we compare Diarra to Sadiki, I mean, there is one big difference. The pace is on the side of Sadiki, but generally speaking, all the other stats basically are going Diarra's way. But with the way Sadiki has been performing for me, I'm looking at Diarra as the one to take over once Xhaka is done with this team and achieves what he wanted to achieve. That victory catapulted us up into the 6th position. We're back into European football places. Next up is Leeds United at home. It's a 2-1 victory. And now that puts us into the January transfer window. So what's the deal with Lucharel Hertrauda? Is he going to stay? Is he going to be a permanent deal or going back to Leipzig? Now, currently we have 5 months left on his contract. I just double checked on Transfermarkt and it doesn't say that they have a buy option or obligation for him. So you guys will have to decide. Do we keep a hold of Lucharel Hertrauda? Should he be a part of our team? Yes or no for the future? Down below. Good news, by the way. Xhaka now changed to a centre mid, up to an 85 again. Mukiele changed to a centre back, gets a +2 in that position. And with that, we should be doing even better in simulations. And simulations is exactly what's coming up now. First up, Manchester City at home. Well, this time it didn't work out. Then it's Spurs away. They are 7th in the league. It's a 1-1 draw. Brentford, maybe there's a chance. And yes, there is 3 points. first round of the FA Cup for us. Doncaster 3-0 easy victory. And finally, Crystal Palace at home turns out to be a massive win. So now we find ourselves in the 6th position, just 1 point behind Manchester United and 2 behind Manchester City, and not even far away from Bournemouth or Liverpool, and maybe even Arsenal. It's just an 8-point gap to the top of the league, which I don't even want to dream about. Please, just get me into a European competition. That would be perfect. That's what the board wants. Top scorer-wise, Haaland at the top. Isidore is second. He's now 25 years old. He is truly turning it up. In terms of assists, do we have anyone in there? Doesn't look like it. It's okay. The moment of truth. Do we have transfer offers coming in? We have one coming in for Anthony Patterson. This is a deal that we don't necessarily have to go through with. But as I said before, if we get massive offers for any of our top players, we have to think about it, lads. And most of the time, probably let them go. As we approach the January transfer window, I wanted to see which players is Sunderland linked to in real life. And well, Gonzalo Garcia from Real Madrid, the lad that had a couple of big moments, I believe, in the Super Cup. World Cup, whatever it is. That guy is currently out there and looks interesting to Sunderland, apparently. One to add to the shortlist. The news also states that Joshua Zirkzee from Manchester United, who doesn't get enough playtime anymore, could be an option for Sunderland. And as I was doing my research, I just found out there is actually a buy option for Geertruida, so maybe I'll actually sign him permanently. Another piece of news states that Guendouzi could be interesting for Sunderland. That would be some signing. So when I look at the shortlist of players, we see Gonzalo has seemingly joined West Ham. We could be getting him for a very low fee, but would it really make sense? I mean, we do have Isidore, who's doing extremely well, and we have Brobbey still there. So the whole striker position, whilst in real life it might be interesting, I'm not sure if we should go after it. Zirkzee, however, I don't think he's a striker. For me, if I was to get Zirkzee, I'd be using him as the glue from midfield into attack. That's the type of position that I really liked him at Bologna. So that could be very interesting. And Guendouzi, by the way, in his Marseille times was hella impressive. And now over at Lazio, 83 rated, CDM, has all the play styles you would want. And also a former Arsenal player, just like Granit Xhaka. So maybe this could be an interesting move for Sunderland, for our midfield, upgrading it significantly. Sadiki is good, but that could be special. I gotta say though, I'm also looking at Job Bellingham, the man who has left Sunderland to join Dortmund, and he has barely been getting any playtime. It is not looking good for Job Bellingham as we speak, and there are rumors of Sunderland and himself potentially being interested in a loan deal to get him back into Sunderland, to give him that confidence again, and maybe one day return to Borussia Dortmund. But because of that, because it's only a loan deal that's rumored, I'm not interested myself. I want to make the step for the future, not just for the now. And now, the last game of today. We're going to East London to match up with West Ham United. I'm actually really impressed that things have been going so well, but today is a rainy day. Hopefully, the result will be positive. I don't care about the weather. Let's get this going. Can we see the best performance out of Sunderland? Oh, you know what? Because it's raining, there are no bubbles. West Ham, your superpower is gone. Paqueta, good ball. Alarete goes the wrong way, and Gonzalo, the striker that we're interested in, the former Real Madrid player, is playing against us. Big chance. Oh, Isidore picks the ball off of Wan-Bissaka, and now he has just one player. No one is going to be able to catch up to him. Isidore! No way. Oh my God. Xhaka far post, you see him, right? Number 18, Isidore again. Adingra, Granit Xhaka. A special moment from a special player. Talbi. Back into Granit. There he goes. Granit Xhaka has done it once again. The captain just keeps on stepping up. Unbelievable. I can't even speak. Because Isidore missed a lot of chances in the second half, we're going to bring on Brobbey. He's higher rated. I'm expecting a lot. If he does deliver over and over again, there's going to be a battle for the striking position. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, I'm all over the place. Please. No! Gonzalo! He actually scores the equalizer for West Ham. The man that is on our short list. 1 appearance, 1 goal. Should I buy him? You know what? I need more attacking power. Diarra now coming on, and also Traore down the right. Fernandez steps up. Here comes Hume. Hume sprinting forward. Talented player. Over to Diarra. Diarra down the right. You see Traore. Traore whips the cross in. Robbie. Yes! Robbie has scored the 2nd goal for Sunderland to win away from home. I told you, it's raining. No bubbles for you, West Ham. And thanks to the great substitutions of Le Bris, we have gone ahead and won the game against West Ham in incredible fashion. That puts us straight into the 5th position, close to Champions League spaces. Is that even possible? So this squad is currently competing for a European spot, and that just blows my mind. Some great performances, specifically possibly down to the formation 5-4-1, which defensively has held us strong together. But at the back, the goalkeeper is just clutch. And as we speak, obviously we are in the transfer window and some decisions need to be made. Do I go for Gonzalo, who obviously scored against us? Do we go for Xerxes, who could play in multiple positions, especially if we want to change the formation? Do we go for Guendouzi, who could make a return into Premier League football and showcase that he has developed himself as a player? Guys, are we going for someone else? Let me know who is currently linked to Sunderland or who you think would be a perfect addition into the side that we have built so far. Now, obviously, I'm really excited to keep going. But for now, I'm done. Let's see what happens next. We became part of Régis Le Bris' coaching staff at Sunderland and immediately tested ourselves against 3 opponents, 2 victories and a draw that we learned a lot from. Our top goal scorer in that episode was Captain Xhaka, whilst assists were spread even between our players. Questions were asked about which one player should be saved from being sold to big clubs, and the answer of the community is clear. Goalkeeper Roofs is the choice. And if I may say something right there, I love the fact that you've chosen Roofs as the one. He has already gone up by +2. He's only 23 years old. This guy can be with us until the end, and he has already made some absolutely incredible saves in the first epi. So Robin Roofs is the first one in the category safe forever. Since we are still in the January transfer window, that means anyone from the starting 11, especially if they do get an offer from a traditionally top 6 club within the Premier League or some big club outside of England, they could be sold. So beware. Also, last time around, everyone was basically saying Daniel Ballard, the 26-year-old centre-back, should be part of our story. You know what? You're right. I've seen him play this season. I'm so impressed. I would much rather play him over Alderete. I'll be completely real right here. So ratings aside, you get what you want. Alderete goes down onto the bench and Ballard takes his position over on that left centre-back position. I'm excited to see how he actually plays in game. Now, right now, Sunderland is sat in the 5th position, 39 points, just 1 point off Bournemouth in the Champions League spot. And as you may remember, if we don't get European football, half of our budget will be gone going into the next season. So let's find out which 3 teams we're going to be playing against this epi. I've put them all onto your screen. It's going to be Fulham today. The second side we're going to be up against will be... Oh, is it Chelsea? It is Chelsea. And the final opponent of today, who's it gonna be? Oh no, Man City again. It's Man City in the cup. Okay, that means if I'm successful against Manchester City in the cup, I'm already kicking out one of the biggest teams, and then the game has to do its thing and maybe give us a chance of a trophy. If I get into the finale, I'm playing that. Now, when it comes to options that were linked to our team in real life, Gonzalo, Xerxes, and Guendouzi were the ones mentioned. Now, currently, it seemed like most people in the comments were not really interested in these 3. Now, as you may remember, we have about 34 million in the budget. And the man above me, Gertruida, has actually a buy option included in his deal with Sunderland. And most people in the comments were saying we should be signing him on a permanent deal. Now, if I want to go ahead and do that, The only thing I can do is to terminate his loan and then possibly go back in there straight away and try and buy him permanently. But I don't think I can risk that right now. Gedrauda plays a big part in our team. If I end that loan, let him go away, he might just jump up in a rating and become unpayable for me. So I'm just going to stick it out until the new season. And in the new season, we're going to use some of our budget to get Gedrauda. But if we don't get European football and our budget is split in half, there's no way I can afford him. Now, obviously, I'm pretty happy with the starting 11 as we speak now, especially with the addition of Ballard into it. But some youngsters, you guys wanted me to send out on loan so they can get playtime somewhere else and become important for us somewhere down the line. And that's exactly what I've done with Chris Rigg. Turned him into a centre midfielder. He's now 70 rated, out on loan at Celtic. And Mayenda has gone out on loan over to RSC Anderlecht. The 20-year-old has potential above 80. Could easily become someone to take over at some stage next season. If he can grow like +5 up to a 77, he's already competing with the likes of Isidore and Brobbey. If Chris Rigg can go up and be important enough so that I can maybe consider him over someone like Xhaka, who might be going down in his stats, that's an interesting option. Back into games. We're up against Burnley, a 1-1 draw. And that was on transfer deadline day, and we still haven't received a single offer for our players. They're leaving us alone for the rest of the season, and I love that. Up next is Arsenal away from home, 2-1 loss. And then Liverpool at our home ground, a crushing loss, 4-2. In the Premier League, that now leaves us dropped into the 7th position, but we're still only 4 points of Bournemouth, so I am not panicking. And so now our starting 11 with Ballard in there is up against Manchester City, who have made some major signings in defense. Balde and Carvajal joining from Spanish giants. If I can get past Manchester City, there is a world in which our team somehow manages to make their way into an FA Cup finale this season. So I'm going to give it my all. We already played against them once. It was a draw. So let's see if we can actually win. Nice pass, buddy. Over to Xhaka. Granit. Lovely. Isidore inside. Why is he going out of the way? What? That doesn't make any sense. Brother, I can barely touch the ball. They're playing Carvajal as an inverted right back. He's in the middle there somewhere. Look at him. He's right there on the ball. Rodri. Reinders. Ballard. Let's go, buddy. Hello? Someone might step in up. Yes, Ballard. I love that from you. Dude, he's stepped up twice now. Possibly putting us into a great situation. That was for Sadiki, for God's sake. Last minute before half-time. Here goes Isidore. Cuts in. Isidore, please. Yes! Isidore scores. We've been absolutely dominated until now. The Frenchman steps up. 2 goals in 2 games in the FA Cup. Even Brobbey is celebrating it. Now, lads, I'm going all out defending if I can. Ballard against Haaland. Look at that. I don't like this. Haaland! Gedrauda, please get a touch in. Haaland scores. It's 1-1. The same result that we had the last time against Manchester City. 70 minutes in. Time for some changes. Brobbey, Lefebvre, and Diarra coming on now. I think City brought on Marmoush. That's not too bad either, is it? Balde sprinting through down the left. Here they come. I cannot even keep track of what's happening with my eyes. How am I supposed to stop this? Tijani Reinders makes it 2-1. We might be out of it. Ballard wants to get the ball short. Why is he up here? Ballard lobs it up to the far post. Brobbey right there. Donnarumma. What is he doing? Yes! Donnarumma, thank you. That is unbelievable. What a mistake. Donnarumma brings us back into this game right now. Last minute, please let me survive and gets into penalties. Lads, this is it. We're going into penalties against Manchester City. We just about survived that. If I can kick them out, this is the moment to do so. Granit Xhaka, captain, scores. Now Marmoush, from what I remember in the Bundesliga, he is pretty good at these. Oh, he messed up. Brobbey subbed on for Isidore, who scored, and he does as well. Bernardo Silva, the pressure is on. Roofs, can he stop you? He goes left and then goes right. Diarra Oh, too much power, possibly. It's okay. Left-footed? Surely bottom right. Surely bottom right. Ah, Enzo Lefe, you messed up against Arsenal. Don't do it again. Thank you. Roofs, this is your moment. Make a save against Rodri. Let's kick him out. The Sunderland fans in the back are celebrating big time. Down the center again. It will come down to the last penalty. Shamsuddin Talbi. Can he score this and take us through? Yes, he can! Sunderland have officially kicked out Manchester City. What's up with the replay, man? Here we go. Régis Le Bris and his team are celebrating a historic moment, possibly. The players are celebrating this moment as if it was a title win, but it means so much more to a team like Sunderland to pull this off. With that victory, I want to give a quick shout out to Ballard, man. He came into this team now for that one game specifically and dominated Haaland at parts. That I love to see. Our next opponent in the FA Cup has been chosen to be Hull City, so we're actually in a good spot to make it through. Next up is Fulham, and in this game, I want to give a chance to Brobbey, Diarra, Lefe, Traore, Mundle, and also Luke O'Nien to kind of get a bit of play time and prove themselves. And I kind of want to see which ones do I want to plan with for the future, which ones we need to let go of. Now, this is not necessarily the best place to test players out because I'm only 4 points off of the Champions League. Bournemouth is the game after this, a team that we have to hopefully at least get a draw against. So a good result here would do a lot of good. Uh-oh. King, what a turn. Whew, we're getting lucky. O'Nien wins that air battle. Traore into the center. Mundle, left foot. Beautiful strike. He's offside. That was a good moment for the 22-year-old. Oh, I don't like this. Ballard, step in, please. Thank you, Ballard. Dude, he's sick. Thank you, guys, for suggesting to putting him in. Here goes Enzo Lefe. Over to Bertrand Traore. Traore. Cut onto your left, pal. The entire defense just moves away. We can't score. Nice pass. Enzo comes out of nowhere there to pick that one up. Through into Traore. Right-footed. Nope. Talbi. Isidore. Here we go. Granit. Nice pass, Granit. Sadiki sends through. Isidore! Yes, he scores again, my hero. Let's go, Isidore. 12 goals in 25 appearances. He's becoming more and more important for this team. Brobbey and the lads subbed off. What a moment. End it. What the hell? Why can't no one stop this man? Chukwueze, I had to take him out. I just had to. Okay, free kick in a dangerous spot. Possibly a yellow card for Mukiele. I don't care. As long as we survive this free kick. David Raum steps over it. Who is it? Roofs, thank you. That's 3 points for Sunderland. One thing is clear for me. The battle between the strikers of Isidore and Brobbey has been won by Isidore for sure. He has had such an impact so far. And when I subbed on the entire front five, the difference was just levels. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually think Diarra feels good in game. I really enjoy him in that spot. Enzo Lefe was also good, but it just wasn't enough. Traore down the wing felt really slow. Mundle felt very, very weak, I must say. So those things we have to consider moving forward. Against Bournemouth, we pick up a draw, and Leeds United turns out to be a victory away from home. That now brings us to the FA Cup battle against Hull City. Don't you dare lose. I want to win this trophy if possible. It's a 2-1 victory, Isidore twice. Let's take a quick little look at the teams that are left. Spurs gets through. Liverpool kicks out United. Bournemouth is through. Chelsea kicked out by Norwich. That's a huge upset. Any other big upsets? Not necessarily, but I feel like we could beat anyone apart from maybe Liverpool. So who is it that we're up against? FA Cup. Burnley. Yes. Spurs and Liverpool are playing against each other. That's perfect. I love that. We're getting lucky with the draw. Brighton up next at home. Diarra man of the match. 1-0 victory. And then it's Newcastle United. The big matchup. 1-1 draw. That's a game I definitely want to play at some stage, so don't you worry. Now we're up against Burnley next. This one, I want to see who scores and who doesn't. Off we go. Come on, please win. It's a victory. Granit Xhaka, my captain. And our opponent is... Oh, no. It's Liverpool. Lads, you know what? I'm not playing against Chelsea. Forget about it. I cannot do it. We have made it to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. You think I'm going to be sitting there and simulating a match against Liverpool? Nope. Not happening. No. Before that game, however, up against Spurs, 3-2 victory. And Aston Villa, it is a draw. Where are we now in the Prem? Top 4. We're in the top 4. Come on. 55 points. Possibly qualifying for Champions League football. Newcastle right below us. Alongside Nottingham Forest, Aston Villa and Bournemouth. They're all just 3 points behind us. It is not done yet. This is going to be an epic season finale. We are stepping onto the pitch with our usual starting 11. Liverpool coming in with an incredible defense. A strong midfield with Endo and Wirtz in that center behind Alexander Isak. Lads, can we beat this team? I think the key to success here is going to be a very strong back line and a moment of magic. Liverpool playing some great football. Wirtz finds Salah. We will have to stop Salah at all costs today. I haven't seen anything from Adingra yet, so let's play it down this left-hand side as Adingra is now through. Adingra, please. No way, brother. You cannot miss that. Liverpool coming through. Gravenberch stopped by Xhaka. Adingra again. He now has to make up for that big mistake earlier on. Granit. Adingra. Isidore. Down the left goes Sadiki. My centre mid. He does better, but Alisson makes that huge save for Liverpool. Go on, Adingra, please. This time, I beg you. Nope. Oh, that's some pass. Ballard is going to be going into the center. Expecting that ball, and he gets it, but they get lucky with it. Roofs, thank you. Here comes Gakpo. Nice movement by Gakpo. Good pass into Isak. I'm nowhere to be seen. Alexander Isak scores the goal in the 63rd. Runs across to his coach. That is not what we wanted to see from our side defensively. Isak, what a turn. Alexander Isak roofs. I really appreciate that. Keeps us in this game. 20 minutes to go. Wake up, team. Wirtz constantly looking for that one pass. Mo Salah. 77 minutes in. It's time for Diarra down that left center midfield position. I'm going to bring on Brobbey with the hope that he actually does something here. And then Enzo Lefe coming on for Xhaka. Come on, man. Not enough time left here. Talbi, Enzo, Brobbey, Enzo, please, keep up that run, Enzo Lefe, please, this is it, 92nd minute, we've actually done it, Enzo Lefe scores as a substitute for Sunderland. There is still hope for our team and a trophy this season. What an unbelievable moment. We're going into extra time again. Nice, Enzo Lefe now gets it. Brobbey, you got the assist last time. Brobbey now to get the goal in extra time. Alisson 1v1. He doesn't stand a chance. Brobbey has done it again. What's up with these stupid freaking replays? What is going on, man? It just shows the sky all the time. This is like one of the biggest moments of the season, and I'm getting this. Does that mean I should put Brobbey into that finale in the starting 11? He got an assist and a goal. Completely turned this game around. I feel bad for Isidore. He has been exceptional, but maybe this competition is Brobbey's competition. Look at that. Look at that. Enzo Lefe. Diarra. 3. Yes! It is actually 3. Unbelievable. We're dancing on Liverpool's grave right now. What the hell? Liverpool could get one back right here, but I don't think it will matter. It is the end. Sunderland and Régis Le Bris have pulled it off. The 3 substitutions made a big difference today. Shake hands with him, but send him home. So before I reveal who we are up against in a finale, we are up against Wolves, and it's a 2-2 draw. Then it's Manchester United at home, and we lose 2-0. After that, at home, Nottingham Forest, 2-1 loss. Lads, We've dropped out of the top 4, haven't we? Premier League, 9th. Oh my God, no way. Okay, the thing is, we're only 3 points off. Newcastle United is there. I need to get at least Europa League football. And to do that, I have to win the FA Cup against Bournemouth in the finale. Lads, Bournemouth have beaten Wolves in the semi-finals, as we have beaten Liverpool. That's it. If I can win this game, I'm still a happy man. I qualify for Europe, and we get to keep the entirety of our budget. In this finale, we should be looking out for Kluivert. He seems to be the player who is in top form for Bournemouth. Breaking news, though. Up top and in midfield, changes have come in. Enzo Lefe plays and Brobbey as well. These two have helped us get here. They deserve this moment. The starting 11 of Bournemouth, though, looks very good. I like Diakite a lot. I like Trufer, Petrovic, Kluivert, and up top, Evan Nilsson. No, Ballard, please! You gotta pick up your man. You gotta pick up your man there. Evan Nilsson runs through. Down 1-0. It's okay. It's fine. We can turn this around. All right, lads. First 45 minutes are done. I haven't seen enough to justify having played Enzo Lefe and Brobbey so far. But it's not down to them, really. It's just the fact that Bournemouth have held on to the ball so well in this game. It's exceptional. Xhaka! No, Talbi, get a touch in. Switch it up, Talbi. Over to the left, thank you. Now get that under control, Adingra. Enzo Lefe, can you find him? Yes, he can. Adingra. Nice. Cut in, buddy. Go for it. That's you. Adingra. Yes, finally he steps up for us. So many chances wasted. It came down to this one. He has rescued us in the finale. I'm not going to be making any changes because I'm kind of thinking this might go into extra time. The way that Bournemouth holds on to the ball, and then in extra time, I'm going to make 5 changes. That's the plan, to just overwhelm them with all the stamina that we have. But let's see if that plan works. Ballard, I need to switch to him. I don't like this. There's too much space that we're giving him. Too much space, Roofs. Thank you so much. Semenyo now subbed on as well. I completely forgot that they have that beast as well. Here they come. Evan Nilsson. 88th minute. I don't care about the replay. Oh my God, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to actually lose this. Lads, I'm in shock. I'm actually in shock right now. But I'm just going to pretend like that didn't happen. He doesn't have the pace as always. I keep saying it. Into the center. Sadiki. Pass and move. Yes! Adingra! One more time! One more time! Absolute insanity! 2 goals from Adingra. 2 rescue missions. He's the one, lad. I was actually thinking of replacing you next season. This is unbelievable. And now we go into extra time with all these fresh legs in the team. It might just work out. Sadiki. Diarra. Sadiki. Sadiki. Go on. Go on, son. Turn. You can do this. No way he saves it. 122nd minute. Can you believe it? I desperately need a hero, and Traore is the first to take it. I don't feel confident. It's good. Christie against Roofs. Roofs, please. Everyone says how good you are. You are safe forever. Please make some saves. Wilson Isidore, I'm sorry I've benched you. Please. No way. Oh my God. This is not actually happening. Semenyo. Semenyo scores. Adingra, 2 goals and an incredible performance. Yes. They brought in Veerman from PSV Eindhoven. Roofs trying to put him off. Down the center. Diarra. Diarra, please. I beg you. Thanks. I need to make a save now. Come on. Evan Nilsson against Roofs. You already scored enough. He scores again. This could be it. Sadiki, Sunderland, with or without a trophy this season. Unbelievable. What a season, man. What a season. We might not get Europe, lads. We actually might not be getting Europe. We might be losing half of our budget. Sunderland have lost. Bournemouth have beaten us. We now have 2 games left, Everton and Chelsea. And I'm just going to keep my promise. I'm not going to play any more games, lads. We are so far away, but yet so close. Just 1 point away from Conference League and Europa League. 3 away from Newcastle United in the Champions League. Now, if we don't get a victory against Everton, we don't even need to dream about it. But we do get a victory. It's a 3-2 win. Please, please. Braga has won the Europa League. Chelsea, give me a draw. Give me a draw. Just 1 point. Maybe. Might be enough. It's a victory. We surely have made it. Surely have made it. Please. Show me. Show me Europa League. 6th. That's it. Conference League football. You know what? Next season's target is set. Newcastle have finished above us. Oh no. So Newcastle United finished on the same amount of points, but our goal difference is so bad. We conceded 46 goals this season. Newcastle United above us. Spurs have the same amount of points, and they are 1 above and going to Champions League football. Small margins made a huge difference. This season's top performer goals-wise was Wilson Isidore. Granit Xhaka, 20 goal contributions. Brobbey had his moments. But overall, I am so freaking proud of this team. And now some could say the season is falling apart. Lads, we are looking at, of course, Enzo Maresca. What? That should have been Pep Guardiola. Because why? Because they are coming in to get our boy Mukiele. He's up to an 82 rating, our highest rated centre-back in the team. Manchester City wants to sign him. And as I said before, if top 6 teams, specifically big ones, come in and want to sign our players, we cannot stand in their way. Manchester City wants Mukiele. Manchester City gets Mukiele. And with that, this season is over. I need your help. How do we replace him? Catrauda is leaving as well. See you then. Despite the penalty shootout loss against Bournemouth in the FA Cup finale, we had done a great job qualifying for Conference League football as we finished 6th in the Premier League. The goals of Isidore and Adingra, accompanied by the assists of players like Enzo Lefe, made the difference for us the last time around. Manchester City have purchased Mukiele now. So going into the new season with that sale, we are looking at £89 million in the budget. And of course, with that comes a huge issue in defense. Geltrada has left. Alderete is here, taking over that spot for now. Onayen is 72 rated and 31 years old. We 100% have to buy a centre-back. But as you guys have said in the comments, he does have a buy option at Sunderland, and we are activating that right now. Geltrada is back into the team, coming in for just 22 million from Leipzig, and he comes in at a rating of 80. Welcome back, son. The Sunderland board this season expects us to get at least into the conference semi-finals to get that TV money. If we don't, we have to let go of one of our top players for at least £40 million. And the issues just don't stop. Reinildo, our left back, is retiring at the end of the season. We don't have anyone to really replace him, so that is clearly the next position we need to go after. And financially speaking, we can use his value of 9.5 million within this deal. And for that issue, this comment addresses it perfectly. He's so right. Ian Maatsen is getting no playtime at Aston Villa, and over in our team, he'd be a starter. At Dortmund, I found him incredible, but before that at Burnley, I was his biggest fan in the Championship. This is Ian Maatsen now signing for Sunderland, a team where he could become a mainstay. I am so excited to welcome him into our squad for 34 million. That is a lot of money. I totally get it. The price rating is an A, however, and he comes in at an 81 rating. This is what we want to see. Why is he not here? Where the hell? Okay, oh, he's on international duty. Hey, we brought in an international player right here. Ian Maatsen, welcome into the team, pal. He's going to be such an important player for this squad because Reinildo, as good as he was for me, I never really had any issues with him. I felt like the age is coming through and some players, in terms of pace, were getting past him too easily. Maatsen now with 88 pace, 77 passing, 83 dribbling. He has the slide tackle and rapid play styles on top of it. and he's young. So this is such a good signing for a team like Sunderland. However, the tactical changes now need to come in. We are moving away from the defensive setup of the 5-4-1 and switching to a 4-1-4-1 formation, which in turn means Granit Xhaka could easily drop into that CDM role for us for now. And Enzo Lefe, who has done exceptionally well in the last episode, could take over his starting 11 spot. Now, see, since he does play over on the left-hand side for Sunderland, this would be making a bit more sense. Sadiki would be right next to them, and Diarra will have to fight for a spot in this team because, as you know, Sadiki has been really good. But I think with Ballard and Geertruida in defense, we're looking pretty good. And finally, an unexpected event pops up. Pay or sell. Sadiki wants a new contract, or he wants to leave. We cannot let that happen. Oh, great. Sadiki, let's negotiate a new contract, shall we? Oh, you don't want to? Why did you give me the message then? Thanks, EA. All of a sudden, someone walks in, and it is the manager of Manchester United. Lads, they want to sign Alderete. And I told you, if one of the top 6 clubs comes in and wants to sign one of our players, they can basically have them. That's just what it really comes down to. I'm just going ahead and trying my best to avoid letting him go for a low amount of 16 million. They're paying 16 million for Alderete, lads. Okay, Ballard and Geertruida, it's on you this season for sure. Squad building for this season is going mental right now, lads. Alderete obviously left, but I also let go Aoshish, Patrick Roberts, Huggins, Poveda, Brown, Alexic, and also Alice, and taking our budget back up above 60 million. But enough for the transfers. Let's go into the wheel spin to find out which 3 teams we're going to be up against in the first half of the season. Oh, Arsenal. Okay, that's going to be a good test to see if we can compete with the higher level teams. After Arsenal, we're going to be looking at, please, Newcastle. Please, Newcastle. Give me Newcastle. Yes. All right. It's time to play that derby. And finally, it's going to be Spurs. Yes, okay, so we're playing against both teams from the North London derby. So that means our first game will be coming up in the month of September against Newcastle to start off our season. Before I go into the season, though, I need to address one thing. Mundell is the only backup that we have for the wings as we speak. According to reports online, Sunderland are preparing a January move for Rio Ave's Brazilian winger André Luiz. He has 4 goals and 3 assists in 8 games this season. Pretty impressive. And so André Luiz is becoming a Sunderland player, a player I personally never heard of, which excites me so much. So, lads, let's see what he's about. Oh, okay, we're getting this first. I actually brought him in for just 8.6 million. I'm hoping he has a decent rating, 75 rated. We will take that. That will be a great addition onto the bench. I'll take Reinilde off right here. André Luiz, 24 years old, left-footed right midfielder, so he's going to cut in a lot. We're looking at 88 pace, 78 dribbling, 6'1". So the physicality of the Premier League shouldn't be an issue. So let's get the season going against Bournemouth first. A 1-1 draw. We had an FA Cup loss against them. I would have loved to get some revenge. Manchester United in the second game. Adingra man of the match, 3-1. After that, Brentford at home. Another victory. Sunderland is on a run away against Crystal Palace. Oh, the run stopped. With that, we find ourselves in a 7th position on 7 points. That's totally okay. This season, I would love to at least get into Europa League football. That is the bare minimum goal that I'm setting myself for this season. So far, Adingra is our superstar with 4 goals, but Sadiki has 5 goal contributions already. And now the Sunderland and Newcastle fans are about to match up against each other for the first time in this series. Régis Lebris demands the best performance ever, as Eddie Howe does the same. In the new season, we're going to be lining up with this team, and I wonder how far can we take it. Newcastle United coming in with Nick Pope, a solid defense, great midfield, and of course, good attack as well. I cannot even explain how excited I am to see how this team will now play in this new formation, with Enzo Lefe making it into the starting 11. Obviously an extremely talented player, but In the center midfield, Sadiki and Xhaka were doing so well last season. He had no chance. But it could also happen that this formation kind of breaks my balance, and I hope it doesn't. Oh, Anthony Gordon sending me to the shops twice. Geertruida steps in, but Anthony Gordon is still on it. Here come Newcastle. Visa scores. We got ruined 10 minutes into this. Wow. Visa. Ballard steps in. Love that, Ballard. Maatsen over to Adingra. Here we go. This left-hand side is open. They are giving too much space to Adingra, who's just going to run through and try his luck. He has to go back. Talbi. Isidore. Enzo Lefebvre. Shot. It's not in. Ooh, that's good movement. Visa. Newcastle. Inside. Tonali 2-0. This is my first game of the season. What the hell is going on? Good header by Geertruida. Sadiki needs help. Adingra coming in. Oh, that's beautiful. Come on, son. How am I not scoring? Yes, Sadiki. Inside. Oh, that's Enzo. I had no idea that he had the ball. Talbi. Deflected. Oh, I don't like this. This is some beautiful football again from Newcastle. Oh, they're getting past me. Elanga. It's 3. I'm getting crushed. This is the worst start to the season. Bro, what is happening? I don't even know what to say. What is actually going on? Newcastle United do the unthinkable and beat us 4-0 at our home ground, my friends. This is way worse than losing the FA Cup finale against Bournemouth. We're literally starting the season all the way at the bottom, mentally speaking. The formation I had a big issue with. So, the midfielders, Enzo Lefebvre, Xhaka, and Sadiki, it all felt like they were all in just one line. No one was pushing up. No one was doing anything. So I need to figure out the better tactics to really get this team into the right spots. Now, for me, Enzo Lefebvre probably has to be a playmaker. Sadiki doesn't need to be a playmaker. He can be a box-to-box. That seems better fitting for him. I need Xhaka to sit back, but I also need players like Talbi to cut in. I need the inside forward on him. I'm going to keep Adingra on winger because he does so exceptionally well when he's wide out on the pitch. Isidore, however, I think I need to change him to become maybe a poacher. But then again, I feel like false 9 is important because I don't have someone to play the ball to and bounce off of at the moment. He is stuck in between defenders. Now, defensively, I don't even know where to start. We were horrible. We were absolutely horrible. I'm going to take Ballard off of stopper. I don't want him to push anywhere near the CDM positions. He needs to be staying back and becoming a defender. Maybe that will help somehow. But he has gone up to a 77, I guess, which is nice to see. Now, the build-up style, we cannot go balanced. It's not happening. We need to go counter-attacking from this point on. And the defensive approach is deep already. I cannot change that at all. We're going to keep it the way it is. And now the testing phase is coming up. Sheffield Wednesday in the Carabao Cup, victory. Aston Villa away from home, victory. Conference League, our first ever game in Europe, 1-0 victory. Chelsea at home, can we keep this up? Nope. Okay. It was fun while it lasted. Leicester City has been promoted only to be beaten by us. A team from Austria is coming up against us and they stand no chance. Back into Premier League football against Everton. It's a draw. And in the Carabao Cup, we lose against Aston Villa. We're out of the Carabao Cup again, but honestly, I want the FA Cup anyways. During this period, we're seeing a lot of growth. Adingra up to an 80. Maatsen up to an 82. Geertruida 81. Love it. Talbi has gone up by +2 already, I think. Roofs is up to an 83. Sorry, it's Roofs. But Isidore, I need you to keep going because we have some low-rated players in this team. Everyone needs to be above 80 by the end of this season. If they're not, as a club that plays in Europe, we have to make some changes. And lads, Diarra is up to an 80. Do I start him? Once we get past the game against Southampton, which we do win 2-1, and the Conference League matchup against Rapid right here with a 4-1 victory, we are now in the 7th position with 17 points, and our next opponent, Arsenal, is right below us looking for a chance to climb back up. We need to stop that from happening. We are also only just 5 points away from the top 4 as we speak, and we have 1 game less than Nottingham Forest, so there is a chance. Let's go after it. Isidore now on 9 goals and 1 assist. Sadiki keeps supporting and Adingra keeps delivering the goods. Sunderland making 1 big change going into this game, and you'll see it in the midfield. Diarra now gets his chance to play next to Sadiki. And Arsenal are going to come in with some strong players. Raya, of course, and then the defense looks insanely strong. Midfield is overpowered, and Gyökeres is one that we need to stop. Nice. Petrala puts the pressure on. Xhaka. Isidore. Look at that. He's a false 9 now. He's coming back. Helping us. Here goes Adingra. He's through. Come on, son. No way he catches up. Oh, what a ball that is into Martinelli. Hume. Where are you, Hume? Thank you, Roofs. They're straight back at it. Martinelli gets past Getrauda and he plays it inside. What a smart move. Arsenal take the lead. Dude, I cannot keep losing. Oh, Gyökeres. Thank you, Getrauda. Adingra. Diarra making some really solid runs for me so far. He now finds Isidore. Wilson Isidore against Saliba, and the keeper misses. Misses. Come on. Yes. Isidore. It's tight, but he smacks it in. Yes, we're back at it. Isidore scores, and Sunderland finally have something to celebrate again. Is this it? Is this the turn of the season? Sadiki. Sadiki's running. His right-hand side could be useful. What a pass from Sadiki into Isidore. In the center. Yes! Diarra scores! He's thanking us for putting him into the starting 11. Habib Diarra. Is that his moment? Should he take over from Enzo Lefe straight away? What a huge moment for him, man. Unbelievable. We are about to beat Arsenal. Possibly. Oh, this is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Bukayo Saka. I don't necessarily have the men to stop this. Gyökeres. Yeah, dude. What the hell do I even do? It's 2-2. He has 6 goals this season. Isidore has 10. How about that? Let's bring on some players, though. It's time for Brobby. It's time for Andre Luiz. Let's see if he can prove himself on that left-hand side for me. Enzo Lefe coming on for Diarra, who's yellow carded anyways. And Neil, you're going to come on for Xhaka. Maybe that helps. Andre Luiz, his first touch on the ball. Oh, he gets past one. Enzo Lefe running through. Enzo! Good try. I love it. Don't take this away from me. Yes! Let's go! Last few minutes. Talbi down the right. He has Sadiki in support. Sadiki and Talbi. Here we go. Is this it? Can he score for us? Talbi scores! Sunderland are beating Arsenal in the last minutes of the game. The comeback for the season is on. I'm coming for top 4. Unbelievable scenes. So far, Talbi has been very quiet this season, but the toe poke is enough to get past Raya and get the 3 points for Sunderland. They still have about 1 or 2 minutes left, though. Referee, let's please not give them an opportunity here. Yep, Sadiki was showing. He was saying, ref, time. Here they come. Arsenal with Martinelli. Roofs. Big save. Legend. Come on. Let's make sure this does not happen. Kick it away, Talbi. Ref. Yes! We've beaten Arsenal. Unbelievable scenes. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but our rivals, Newcastle United, are at the top of the league with no losses on their record, as we are sat in 7th after beating Arsenal. Next up, though, it's Spurs for us. And so off we go to our travels up in North London as we take on Spurs at their home ground. And guess what? Diarra has earned his way into this starting 11, and he's staying there for now. Can we beat both North London clubs in these matchups that we have coming up? I mean, I only have 3 games to play every half a season, as you know. And yes, sometimes if it's like a big cup tie, something where it just doesn't make sense to go past it, I will step onto the pitch and try my best. But right now, if I can beat this team as well, we should be in a good spot. Here they come. Van de Ven, what is he doing down the wings here? That means there is space in behind. Talbi and Sadiki. Van de Ven chasing down the wing. He's coming for me. I see him. He has literally run down the entire pitch and caught up to me. What a freaking player. Diarra, lovely. Diarra now moving along. Here goes Isidore. Can he get the pass across? No, he cannot. Kaneseki, huge moment for him. Kudos. Ballard gets the ball. Off we go into the counter-attack. Isidore is through. Isidore, it's raining. It's pouring down. But for Tottenham, it could get worse right now. As Isidore gets yet another goal in the shirt of Sunderland. 6 goals in the Premier League so far. What a player. Robbie is sat on the bench, higher rated than Isidore, and he is just not getting that chance. This man is dominating. Sadiki, Talbi, Isidore, the false 9. It works so well with Isidore. He comes back, he gets the ball, he gets it moving. Oh no, Hume is out of position. Matis Tell. Now it is Ratrauda trying to stop Johnson, and he does an exceptional job at that. Diarra down the right-ish space. Talbi. This is the counter-attack I've been looking for, but Mickey van de Ven, I am not capable of getting past you. Hume. Andre Luiz. Enzo Lefe, both subbed on. Andre Luiz wants his moment against Mickey van de Ven. Can he pull this off? Andre Luiz, a big moment. I like it, man. That's what I want to see. Confidence. Ooh, nice steal by Andre Luiz here. He's going for it. Pass inside. Hey, I'm liking that, Andre. You're proving yourself here. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but when the referee blows his whistle, we will have beaten both of the big North London clubs. Arsenal and Spurs have got nothing on this Sunderland team. At this stage, we just need to bow down to Wilson Isidore and say he is the main man of this Sunderland attack. And that means Brian Brobby probably needs to find a new club. He's not getting the playtime. He's higher rated. It's a waste of our money to have him just sat there on the bench. And it's not good on him either. And so Sean Dyche and Nottingham Forest want to sign him, and I want 26 million. They are offering 21. I want 24. Let's make it happen, Sean. You can have your striker for 23. My last offer. Either you take it or you leave. It's not happening. Unlucky, Sean. I tried. Currently, we are first in the Conference League. Up against Randers FC. Another victory. 12 points so far out of 4 games. Nottingham Forest up next. 1-0 victory. Lads, we are doing so well. Even in the simulations, I'm so proud of this team. Bristol City got promoted and they picked up a draw. Manchester City at home. Surely that's a loss. And yes, it is. Conference League against FCV Dender EH. What? Brighton away from home, another loss. Quick check-in in the Premier League. 9th position, 27 points. Only 3 off of the top 4. It's all good so far. But I'm seeing some bad news. Isidore injured. No. No. How long? 2 months. Isidore is out for 2 months. Right when he got to the 79 rating, man. Okay, Brobby. I'm gonna need you. Let me take you off this transfer list. And let me actually check out the offers anyways. 23 million from Athletic Bilbao. 21 from Atalanta. By the way, so far, Sadiki has been getting offers from Fener, Real Sociedad, and Fulham. Luckily, no big teams yet. So I'm making sure that we get to keep a hold of him. For now, at least. In the Conference League, we get a draw finally. This game against Burnley needs to be a victory, but it's a loss. And against Fulham, we only pick up a draw. Liverpool away from home is a loss as well. Okay, now everything is falling apart again all of a sudden. Dropped into the 10th position. Basically 6 points off of Spurs here in 5th and 7 off of Aston Villa. I need to get at least Europa League football. Lads, this is unacceptable. We need to do something about this. Top scorer in the league right now, Gyökeres, Haaland, Godin, and somewhere in there should be our player. Where the hell is Isidore? What? Where is he? He's only on 6. Which competitions is he scoring these goals in? So as we are in the January transfer window, first of all, of course, Brobby takes over that striking position, but there is an opportunity to utilize Brobby in a deal, put him in there and get someone else that would be better suited as a backup for Isidore. So If you guys have suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. And when it comes to the rest of the team, I love the fact that Ballard has gone up to a 78 rating, so he becomes more and more important for us. The right back position, however, I do want someone to put pressure on Hume. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know right now. And also, we need to make sure someone is forever safe. Roofs is the only player so far who should be the forever safe player that won't be leaving us. Let me know. I'm excited to see where I can take this Sunderland team in the second half of the season. If it can be only half as epic as the last season has been, this is gonna be amazing. Last time we got crushed by Newcastle in the derby, but then made amazing progress against both North London Giants to make up for it. Isidore once again proved why he is our starting striker, but the contributions from Adingra just don't seem to stop with 2 assists this time around. The signings of Maatsen as our new left back and Andre Luiz as the backup winger seem to be the right choice so far. And talking about choice, you guys have chosen Adingra as the next one to enter the Safe Forever category. And well, now we are in the January transfer window, halfway through the season, 10th position, 28 points, -4 on the goal difference, and 6 points away from the Europa League spots, and 7 from the Champions League. Overall, certain players have been performing really well, specifically Isidore, Sadiki, Adingra. All these guys have been stepping up their game, but talking about Isidore, as you may know, he is out with an injury and back in 8 weeks game time, which now left us with Brian Brobby, but he is unhappy about his playtime and wants to find himself a new home. And at the moment, comments like these have been coming in suggesting new strikers. And so we had to go in straight away for Panikeli, who now gets the number 10 on his back. This man plays for Strasbourg. And well, let me tell you something. We got him into the team for 10 million plus Brobby. And when we look at his stats for Strasbourg this season, 15 games, 10 goals, and that's just goals. I don't even know how many goal contributions he has in terms of assists, but he comes in at an 80 rating, and that makes things a bit difficult moving forward. It was your suggestion. He comes in now, and he's 6'3". He has the precision header, has press proven on him, and gives us a different type of striker. Someone that can get crosses from players like Adingra and Talbi and convert them into goals, or get long balls from Geertruida or Ballard, where he just jumps up into the air, heads it back to players like Diarra, Sadiki, and goes back into the attacking positions to then score some goals. Now, obviously, he's 80 rated, and Isidore, who's injured, is 79 rated. Now, Isidore is out for another 72 days. That's a big part of the second half of the season. And I just thought, you know what? Bringing in someone that is going to be inferior to him doesn't make sense. What we're going to do is, once Isidore is back, there's going to be a battle for the striking position. Panikeli, you now have 72 days to prove yourself, buddy, because Isidore knows what he can do. Next up is a player walking in that you guys had suggested. This comment right here said he would fit together with Talbi really well because both are Belgian, both would be playing on the right-hand side. And so Joaquin says is now joining into our team. A very interesting player, can play on both sides, left back or right back. And for that reason and that versatility, I wanted to bring him into the team. 20 million Sunderland have spent, and don't you forget, lads, as you know, the board has said we need to get to a semi-final of the Conference League. If we don't, a top player in our team worth 40 million and above needs to be sold. And so Sace comes in, 77 rated, 21 years old, 88 pace with good defensive stats on him with no play styles. Now, he is going to be competing for that right back position against Hume, who at times feels invisible in our games. So I wanted to bring in someone that has a bit more of an impact, but that doesn't mean Hume is going to be dropped. He still has the chance to prove himself, and Sace could only be a backup. It all depends on Hume and Sace's performances whenever he gets the chance. But first, let's find out who we're going to be up against. The Wheel of Mayhem. It could be big teams, it could be small fish. Is it going to be Burnley? It will be Burnley. That should be an easy 3 points and a good chance to test Kelly. Okay, so we have a lower league table team to test our strength against. Maybe try a different formation or play style, and then it's gonna be Man City. Okay, that's gonna be a true test. But with those types of matchups, it's important to understand we need to beat those types of teams. It's gonna be Newcastle again. Okay, I cannot wait for this. Last time they butchered me 4-0 at home. I'm getting revenge. And now we have moved on Reinildo over to Como. Finally sold him right before he retires. And off we go into the second half of the season with a loss against Fulham. Okay, that's not a good start, but guess what? Next up is Burnley, and we're gonna step onto the pitch and see what the new players are about. But let me remind you real quick, in the Conference League, we came in first in the league phase. And in March, we're going to be kickstarting the knockout competition. And that's where we need to be successful. And those games I can jump into whenever I want. And so we're going to Turf Moor to prove our strength against the side that we have to beat. Panicelli's first touch. Is it Panicelli or is it Panicelli? Let me know in the comments down below. I want to know the original pronunciation. Not actually like how English commentators say it, but the Argentinian one, you know, the Spanish one. I think I love that. Diarra, solid pass. Panicelli, go on, son. Get your first goal. First shot, I guess. I'll take it. Allard, easy win. Granit, show me some strength. Come on. You can't be taking that ball off of you, Granit. Here we go. We're just gonna hug each other until we run through with Sadiki. Panicelli gets his first assist for the club as Sadiki stops making assists but gets goals once again. 5 goals in 21 appearances for Régis Lebris' squad this season. With Panicelli, by the way, we're going to be going target forward from now on. I don't feel comfortable with the other options for him. He's not a false 9, so we're going to go target forward. It improves the physical side of his game. That will definitely help him out a lot. Free kick in a very, very dangerous position. Hannibal. Ooh, that's not a good idea, pal. Last minute. Please don't. Please don't. Allard. No. Don't fall asleep. Hume. Oh, you know what? That is some tackle from Hume right there. Potentially 3 points just because of that one. And we survived. We will take that. However, as soon as I changed my striker from false 9 to target forward, my attacking play was just empty. Nothing was happening. And we had that same issue when we played against Newcastle, where we got smashed 4-0. However, our new striker comes in with a 7.7 rating and an assist to his name. Now, this is where things get really interesting. After that victory, of course, I'm happy. But we have 6 games coming up, including an FA Cup matchup against Brentford, until the matchup against Newcastle, which I cannot wait for. But that also means in those 6 games, or after those 6 games, I'm going to go into the statistics and I'm going to be looking at my strikers, and hopefully we're going to see a lot from Joaquin Panicelli, and I am expecting at least 5 goal contributions, buddy. So let's see if you can lead the line. And the run of games starts against Brentford. We win 2-0 in the cup. Sunderland against Leicester City, 3-1 victory. And now on to the tough matchups. 2-2 draw against Chelsea away. United at home is a draw as well. We are unbeaten so far, you know. Bournemouth next. We lost the FA Cup against them, but beat them in the Prem. And Sunderland at home against Villa, 3-2 victory. Unbeaten, lads. That means we should be doing well. But wait. We have a matchup in the FA Cup. We win 2-0 right there as well. The impact on the league table, well, it is very minor. We are on 42 points right now. Newcastle right above us. We're going to be playing against them. I can't wait. And we have Chelsea just 4 points away. Champions League football just 5 points away. At the top of the league is Manchester City. There's no chance we'll get there. At least not this season. And now to answer my question. How many goals? Oh, wow. 9 games? You have 1 goal, bro? That's disappointing. I'm not happy with that at all. He needs to step it up big time against Newcastle United, or buddy, when Isidore comes back, yeah, there's no chance. You see, they're dropped to a 78. And I hate these injuries. But it does say he's back in 8 days. Soon we'll have our striker back in the team. And now, guess what is happening? Something unthinkable. Régis Le Bris with a skeptical look as Eddie Howe of Newcastle walks in, trying to sign one of our players. He wants to get Enzo Lefebvre, the man who's currently stuck on the bench. This is ridiculous. But if you pay ridiculous amounts of money, 50 million, you can have him. Let's see. No? Okay, that's what I thought. You actually think I would sell to Sunderland? That is disrespect to Newcastle. That's disrespectful. Get out of my office. I'm coming to your home ground and taking your 3 points. The stadium is a nice one, but I gotta tell you, these 3 points mean more to me than any other league game this season. 4-0 the first result for Newcastle. If I could repeat that, I'd be the happiest man, but this time 4-0 for Sunderland. Vissa, nice movement. Martin picks up on it. Catrauda, slide tackles. Adingra, Diarra, Adingra again. Now down this left-hand side, we need to do something with it. Adingra inside sees Shaka. Shaka with a nice little skill move. Finds Panicelli. Over to Sadiki for the goal. And it hits the post and out. We are getting very unlucky there, but at least we're letting Newcastle know we're here to attack. We're here to win. Ian Martin against Elanga. We're struggling out here. Bernardo Silva now playing for them apparently. Interesting. That's some signing there for Newcastle United. And here goes Vissa. Ballard sent to the shops. Vissa could have made it 1-0 right before half-time there. Ooh, Catarada. Big steal in our opponent's half. Sadiki. Now running through. Diarra. Adingra. Sadiki. Offside. Offside, man. What am I doing? I shouldn't have passed it there. It should have been 1-0. I'm making some changes right now. Things are not necessarily going my way. I think I'm going to give a chance to Andre Luiz now down the left. Enzo Lefebvre for Diarra. And Sace comes on for Hume. Botman. Oh, their centre-backs are out. Andre Luiz. Come on, Brazilian wonder kid. Let's do something special. Talbi and Andre Luiz down this wing. Inside, I see Enzo Lefebvre. Enzo Lefebvre. Panicelli. He turns. Oh, the defenders have been sent. He hits the freaking crossbar, man. I need to win this game. This is the type of moment where you need to step up. I'm genuinely thinking about selling you in the summer, Panicelli. Step up your game. No way. No way. Matson, what a steal. 90 plus 2. Let's go. Andre Luiz. Enzo Lefebvre. Panicelli is through. This is it. Eat your heart out, Newcastle. I'm winning the game. Sunderland in the last minute. The Argentine striker has made up for all the opportunities he clearly missed in those simulated games. We have won it. Look at that finish in one of the most crucial moments of the season. Top right corner. No chance for the defenders. And no chance for a good replay. The Sunderland fans have so much to celebrate. Yes, we lost 4-0 and only won 1-0 out here, but it's more about just getting the job done at the end of the day. Now, Sunderland comes up against Brighton, picks up a 2-1 victory. And with those points that we have amassed, we are now in the 7th position with 48 points. Just 3 off of Liverpool and 4 off of Aston Villa and Spurs. Panicelli has now moved up to 3 goals as well. Finally, he finds his way of playing. And only now have I realized we had Mayenda this whole time to call back, because with Panicelli, we only have one striker. We need someone to back him up. So Mayenda, I'm going to call you back into the team. He's gone up to a 78 rating, which really excites me. He comes in with some really interesting stats as well. 19 weeks to go up a rating, but 85 pace, 77 shooting, good physicality and dribbling. I'm definitely subbing him on in this next game. It's coming up right now. And as I go into this game, I realize one thing. Gertruida is red carded. And the only backup that we have for him is O'Nien. And that's not good enough, lads. We need to step up our centre-back game here. That's something we need to focus on for the summer transfer window. So please do go ahead and let me know who we should sign to back up our centre-backs. And we are up against Manchester City with the most ridiculous lineup of the season that we have been facing. Can Luke O'Nien stop Haaland is going to be the big question in this game. The wheel gave us this matchup. I don't know if it's going to go well. If I can pick up 1 point away from home against City, I'll be a happy man. Oh, what the hell? I thought Haaland was completely by himself there for a second. Ballard gets a touch in on that pass. Otherwise, Marmoush would have been through, but we gave it straight back to City. O'Nien saves me again. We need to get this out of our defense. Granit Xhaka all the way down the left. And inside is Panicelli. Here he goes. The big man cuts in. Finesses it. Misses the target. What an intense matchup this is. Hume against Doku. Hume wins that. Talbi. Inside is Sadiki. Granit, I need your leadership to find the right passes at the right moments. I kind of wanted to play Diarra, but okay. Adingra. Adingra! 68 minutes in. Sunderland take the lead against City away from home. Look at that finish. Beauty from Adingra. Safe forever. Hume not able to shove off Doku there. Doku gets it back. Ballard jumps in. What a tackle. Could have easily been the equalizer. That's Doku. I'm trying to cover all areas. What is that? How do I even... Yes! Roofs! Guardiol wins it. Adingra loses it. Not the best of touches as Rodri goes for a power shot. I completely forgot that's a thing in this game. Haaland. Last minute. Please don't. No, Luke, what are you doing? Rodri roofs. What a legend. This game is all down to him. He's the hero. Cross whipped in. Haaland at the far post. They pick it up. Diarra, kick it away. What are you guys doing? Yes! We've beaten Man City. We didn't deserve it. Not one bit. But I will take these 3 points and run home with it. Conference League, we win 3-0 against our knockout stage opponents. Then it is Sunderland in the Premier League as we do go ahead and win. Second leg against Elfsport turns out to be 5-1 in the end. In the FA Cup, we match up against Manchester United to lose 2-0. It's okay. I'm after the Conference League, to be honest with you. And in the Conference League against Union Berlin, first game simulated 3-1. I think I'm going to sim the second one too. In between matchup against Southampton turns out to be a victory. Second leg against Union Berlin. Please don't lose. It's okay. 4-2. We're through into the next round again. And guess what, Panicelli? I'm sorry, but you're going to become a bench player. Mayenda, by the way. What a player he looks to be. I'm very happy to have him now in the club here. But let me just go ahead and put... Yes, the main man up top. He is back. He should be higher rated. He probably would have been 80 rated by now, but it's okay. I'm fine with it. We're going to have Mayenda on the bench because he can also be quite an interesting substitution for the wings with that pace, but Isidore is back. So far, our top scorer of the season, by the way, is Sadiki, who has gone up by +5, up to an 82. And with Isidore back, I wonder if he can catch up to him by the end of the season. That would be a big surprise to me. Now, we do have 3 games in the Prem coming up within 1 week. Everton, Arsenal, and Liverpool. I'm fully assuming we're going to drop a bunch of points there. But in the Conference League, now, semi-finals, our opponent is Utrecht. Shakhtar Donetsk and Lazio are very good opponents, I would say, especially Lazio. But this is a game that I once again am expecting to win. And this is also the semi-finals. So we have achieved what the board wanted from us, and we don't have to sell a player with a value over 40 million. So let's get to those games. Everton against Sunderland, 2-1 victory. Also, we should be taking a look at the league table soon. Against Arsenal, it's a massive L as expected. And against Liverpool, it will be the same. Where does that leave us in the Premier League? We're 5th. Just 2 points off of Aston Villa and Liverpool. Guys, this is exceptional. That victory against Manchester City was huge. Of course, we lost against Arsenal and Liverpool in simulations, but we're right there with them. We could qualify for Champions League football or at least get Europa League football, which would be a huge achievement. But don't forget, Chelsea and Spurs are right behind us, and Newcastle isn't too far away either, and they have one game less. If they win, they're ahead of us. Same for Chelsea, actually. And so the first leg against Utrecht turns out to be a 0-0 draw. I have to step into the second game. In between, the matchup against Crystal Palace is a loss. I don't like how things are developing here. Stop. No. Stop simulation. Bro. We just won. But I could have lost it all right there. I didn't want to simulate that at all. But we're facing Shakhtar Donetsk in the finale of the Conference League. Wow, they have beaten Lazio. I did not want to simulate that second game. That was too risky. With matchups against Brentford, Bristol, and Nottingham, and the fact that we are now once again out of the top 4, we have to focus on top 5. Lads, 5th position is a must. Every game has to be a victory from now on. And so first up, Brentford. Isidore up top. Team, please get that dub. I want to see who scores. It's Isidore, my hero. And all of a sudden, we are in 7th with just a 2-point gap into Champions League football again. Against Bristol City at home. This is the game I'm least scared of. That's why we're going to lose this, isn't it? It's a 2-1 win. Diarra and Isidore. That now puts us into the 5th position with 66 points. Aston Villa and Liverpool within reach. If one of them slips up, we can go right in there. Aston Villa up against Fulham. Liverpool against Spurs. Liverpool against Spurs, they could slip up there. And it's an away game, to be fair, so there's a good chance we could drop points here against Nottingham, so please don't, Isidore, do it again. It's Sadiki, yes! Twice! Our centre mid, grown by +5, and now passively shot us into European football, maybe Champions League. Liverpool lost! Liverpool lost! Yes! We actually pulled it off! Champions League football for Sunderland has been secured. 69 points, same as Aston Villa. Liverpool drop into 5th and get themselves Europa League football as Newcastle drop into the Conference League. But no disrespect to the Conference League, because I'm going for the win. The player of the season has just been announced, and it seems like Victor Gyökeres is the one to pick up that trophy. One day, one of our players will get there too. Shakhtar Donetsk have beaten a couple of very interesting teams along their way to get to the finale of the Conference League, but Isidore is back, and this is his moment to win it all for us. I gotta tell you, I'm actually really nervous. However, I just had a cardio session. I'm ready to go. Let's win this thing. For whatever reason, I'm feeling that Diarra is gonna have a huge impact on this game. Okay, I'm telling you right now. Roofs, thank you. Oh, that's a good pass. Marlon Gomes. Neverton loses it. Xhaka into Diarra, and off he goes. Diarra, I just said you're gonna have a huge impact. You're gonna have a huge impact! Sadiki! Let's go! Sunderland take the lead in the Conference League finale. Sadiki might just be the player of the season. What a performance from him when Isidore was out. He took care of this team, and Diarra gets a beautiful assist in that moment right there. We are forcing Shakhtar back nicely, but now we gave them an opening. Xhaka misses his tackle. Nice movement. Xhaka, I need you there. No, what did I do? Yes! Get it away! Yes! Bro, what the hell am I doing? That slide tackle was so unnecessary. It's not good. Alisson sprinting away from Getrauda. Nice movement here. That's exceptional passing. Ballard doesn't get the tackle in. Roofs gets it in, though. Dude, how am I surviving this? Finally, we might get a bit of a relief here. As we do run through down the left, Diarra sees Adingra. Adingra goes for it. Diarra, pass. Diarra again. Sadiki's through. He's through once again. Sadiki is the one to decide it all this season. And he messes it up. You can't make this up. They have 1 minute. There is no way this is going to happen. I'm going to slide tackle the hell out of you. Let's go, Getrauda! Sunderland have survived, lads. We have pulled this off. It's incredible. Sunderland have won a European title. It might not mean much to a lot of people, but when West Ham won it, it looked incredible. And now Sunderland are part of the English group to go ahead and win this trophy. More and more titles are on the way. We qualified for Champions League football and picked up a European title. But now the moment that we have all been dreading has come around. The big fish walks into the room. Arne Slot, it seems like he is interested in one of our best players. And he's walking away with him for 45 million. That was a player that wasn't saved by the people. And lads, next time I'll show you who that player is. It changes everything. Last time we won every game and finished it off with a Conference League final victory against Donetsk. Panicelli led the goal contributions, getting a goal and then later 2 assists as well. Lifting a European trophy felt like a huge moment for Sunderland, as we also qualified for Champions League football by finishing 4th in the Premier League. You had also chosen Adingra to be safe forever, and Arne Slot saw that as an opportunity to pick up one of our best players. And before we go into the new season, one last look at last season's stats. Sadiki, 29 goal contributions from centre midfield. Isidor, injured, but still 18. Adingra, 22 from the left-hand side. And now the question is, who did Arne Slot come in to buy? And there he goes. It is Sadiki. He is leaving Sunderland after an exceptional season, lifting a European trophy, qualifying for Champions League football. And now his journey at the club has come to an end. But that has now given us 175 million to spend. This transfer window, this season specifically, is going to be life-changing for Sunderland. And by the time comments like these came in, it was already too late. The deal had already gone through. Sadiki has left. As Granit Xhaka now turns 34, he starts going down in his rating to an 82. And for us, that means we might have to think about the future of this team and how we're gonna line up. And I think this comment right here has the right idea. If we want to slowly drop Xhaka out of the team, there's one thing we can do. First of all, I'm not dropping Xhaka from the squad entirely. He's still going to be around. He's still going to be in the dressing room. But we're going to be switching to a 4-4-2 flat formation. And this will facilitate Isidor being guaranteed to start. And the same thing goes for Panicelli. So both of these guys are going to hold their positions up top and hopefully score tons of goals for us, considering that this squad now will be playing Champions League football. Now, the comments have spoken and Ballard has been chosen to be safe forever. And to be honest, that really surprised me. And I get it. It seemed to be a troll, but you might have just trolled yourself, lads, because Ballard is a great player. I don't mind having him as part of the team. He can also be on the bench and be safe forever. But this could lead to any player, including Isidor, including Hume, Hatrauda, Xhaka, Diarra, Seis, and also Matson, Talbi, Panicelli. Any of these guys could leave us this season if we get huge offers from big clubs. I hope you realize that. Now that Sadiki has left, we need a midfielder. And the rumors surrounding Guendouzi are still circulating around Sunderland. And so it's finally official. Matteo Guendouzi is joining back into Premier League football. Back in the day at Arsenal and now in the red and white again. But this time, Sunderland. He's coming in for 44.7 million and he's walking in at a rating of 85. We lost Sadiki, but we did gain a great player now in that midfield. Guendouzi has everything you want. Decent pace, good shooting, passing, dribbling, defending on point. Physicality is up there. 4-star skill moves, 6'1", and a bunch of play styles. Incisive, tiki-taka, jockey, block, anticipate, and first touch. Lads, this changes a lot in this squad. That is a quality upgrade, but he will have to prove himself. Sadiki was exceptional. Guendouzi, there's a lot of pressure, my friend. So as we speak, for backups for Diarra and Guendouzi, we do have Lefebvre and Neil. but Neil is not necessarily the player I want to have there. So I'm proud to announce the return of Chris Rigg from Celtic. He has been recalled back in the Sunderland shirt. Rigg comes back at a 77 rating now, with extremely well-balanced stats, and of course, a history at the club that I would like to, just take further. One of the comments down below had suggested an exceptional centre-back for this Sunderland side. And that centre-back is Mate Smets from Genk in Belgium. We're keeping on bringing in these players with the Belgian background. And this is a special one. Smets is a huge talent. Someone that I've been following for years. So I love to see that suggestion from you guys, coming in at an 81 rating. Same as Geertruida. He will take over the left centre-back position. Has unbelievable stats. 83 defending is his highest there. 6 foot tall. Long ball pass. Intercept. Anticipate. Slide tackle. Press proven. Bruiser. What more do you want? We are making some massive moves in this transfer window, but it's needed. We're a Champions League club now. After making these signings, we still have 91 million to spend. But apart from making Roofs the captain of the squad right now, I don't feel like I want to buy more players. I don't need high-rated players in this team. I trust my squad for now. And so the new Premier League season begins against Chelsea with a 1-0 loss. But guess what? My season begins with a matchup against Newcastle United. This is the game that will kickstart our season. And yes, this season I've decided to jump into the games that I choose. So let me know if you guys think that's all right, or if you want me to keep randomizing it to really make every season feel unique. So go down into the comments down below. Hit me up with your thoughts on that. Now, as we go into this game, I have chosen Isidore to be the false 9 and for Panicelli to be a target man as Smets makes his first crucial tackle. And there we go. We survived the first chance of Newcastle. That's some good football. And I am not able to get this unless we move now with Adingra. Adingra. Isidore is through. Isidore. Panicelli inside. Is that the new start of a perfect partnership? Panicelli has scored his first goal in 2 appearances. He's gonna be a big player for us this season. At least that's what I'm hoping for. But at least we have seen the combination of Isidore and Panicelli to start off the season. That is perfect. Oh, no. Oh, Woltemade sends me to the shops. Wow. Woltemade has done it. 2 goals in 2 appearances. He seems to be on fire, and so is their elderly coach, who probably should be aware of his heart a little bit. Talbi, Guendouzi. Guendouzi, can you shoot? Oh, yes, he can. 85 minutes in, we have a free kick for Anthony Gordon and Newcastle. He's going to take it. Roofs picks it up. Come on now. Lads, let's move, please. Let's get a goal in. Down the left, we have Adingra. In the center, we have Isidore finding Panicelli. Not enough pace on him. Panicelli. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed, man. That was the opportunity to win this game. Instead, we might still lose it unless they make a mistake. We have 1 minute of added time. I'm going to throw this forward and run. And run. Go for it. I get another chance. Adingra into Isidore. Isidore to win it. Yes! It's the 93rd minute as Isidore wins it for Sunderland. Newcastle crushed once again. That's what we do nowadays. This team has to get top 4 one more time. And so Isidore and the team have something to celebrate. He's back from a long-term injury and he wants to kickstart his career once again. And now we face Spurs straight after that great victory, a 1-1 draw. And with Leicester City at home, I was hoping for a victory, and that's what I got. And it was the first matchup in the Champions League. Sporting 2-1 victory away from home. So that now leaves us in the 8th position after 4 games and not too far away from the top, but Manchester City and Chelsea are unbeaten so far with 4 victories. So clearly there's still some work to do to get into the top 4, but what I really like is the fact that Guendouzi has already gone up to an 86, Isidore is up to an 80, Talbi has gone up by +1, And for the rest of the team, I'm actually pretty happy with the substitutions and everything. I need to try Chris Rigg in one of these games. The next game I want to play is a Champions League matchup. It's the first time we're in there. I want to test myself there. So far, by the way, Panicelli and Isidore have the same amount of goals, with Mayenda hitting 3 off the bench. Against Liverpool, lads, we do get ourselves a draw, which is pretty good, actually. But then in the Carabao Cup, we step up against West Brom. I expected a victory, and that's what we got. Nottingham Forest at home shouldn't be an issue anymore, and it isn't. We continue our journey in the Champions League with a 2-1 win. And at Manchester United away, a point is good enough for me. West Ham, however, I was expecting 3 points, and that's what our team got. And our run to the Champions League might continue. Yes, it does. Quick little check-in. Sunderland now on 15 points in that 6th position. Just 2 off of the Champions League. I'm okay with that. Top scorers. Voltemada doing a good job, but Panicelli is there with 6. I love that. And Isidore is up there with 4. In terms of assists, any of our new players, maybe, okay, Diarra is in there. I was thinking maybe Guendouzi, but I guess not. But the growth, it's kicking in. Guendouzi has gone up to an 87, which is exceptional. I love that. And Sace is up to an 80, now competing with Hume for that right-back position. Ballard has gone up to an 80 as well. Not so bad, is he? The matchup I've chosen to play is the one against Dortmund in the Champions League finale. That's the type of level I feel comfortable playing against right now. But to get there, we first have to get past Fulham, which we do. Swansea City in the Carabao Cup could be a little bit of an issue, but it isn't. And Brentford at home needs to be 3 points guaranteed. Yes, lads. So after a bunch of games against teams that weren't necessarily on our level apart from the big squads, now it's time to test it against Dortmund. And I gotta say, this is where I will actually see if we have put together a good team or not. The Newcastle game, we were only able to win in the last minute. And that's really only because I desperately wanted to win that game, because it is against Newcastle. Now, right here against Dortmund, who do have a very decent side, I need to prove myself. Dortmund really outplaying me right now. Serhou Guirassy scores the first goal for them as they celebrate at their home ground. Sunderland need to do much better than this. Ooh, what a ball by Guirassy. They're through again. Karim Adeyemi, Guirassy again. 2-0 down to Borussia Dortmund. And you know what? Right now, we were first in the Champions League phase. This definitely will take us out of it. Now, back over to Talbi. Down the wing we go. Panicelli inside. Hit it, please. What is that touch? Adingra. Guendouzi. Panicelli in a good spot. Goes for Isidore. Can we get one back? No. Kobel is too good. Guendouzi. Panicelli. Isidore is just... Lads, this game is over. We have lost against Borussia Dortmund in the worst way possible. And that is not having a single chance, actually. We had one, yes, maybe. But that was horrific. Dortmund showed me this team is not ready yet for the big trophies. We need to put a lot of hard work in. As I said, that dropped us from the top of the Champions League down into the 3rd position. But as long as we're in the top 8, we are avoiding the playoffs, which is a good thing. Now at the top of the league in the Premier League right now, City, Chelsea and Man United ahead of us, with Spurs, Nottingham Forest and Liverpool right below. And now, once again, Arne Slot is walking into the club. He wants another one of our players. He didn't have enough yet. Well, this time, it is Enzo Lefebvre. He wants him for 20.4 million. Now, if I can get 25 million for Enzo Lefebvre, I think I'm happy to let him go. So, Arne, what do you say? He's going to pay it. He's going to join Sadiki. Enzo Lefebvre is joining. But here's the catch. Arne now is the coach of Inter. And in that Inter squad, Sadiki already has played 14 games, gotten himself a goal and 2 assists. Of course, he wanted to move over there. It wasn't Liverpool. It was Inter all this time. The next game I want to play is the one against Arsenal all the way down here. By the way, in the Carabao Cup, we're up against Nottingham Forest, who, as you can tell, have been doing pretty well. So That's an interesting matchup to look at as well. By the end of all these games, I want to see these guys keep on getting goal contributions. Just 22 goal contributions from both our strikers is very impressive. One player that is kind of letting me down right now is Talby, however. Where is he? Where the hell is Talby? 10 games, no goal contributions. Buddy, come on, step it up. Brighton result, 2-1 victory. Bournemouth away, 0-0. Champions League against Slavia Praha, 2-1. Leeds United at home, 2-0 victory. Aston Villa away, 1-0 loss. Wolves at home, another loss. Ralla Louvière in Champions League finally getting a dub. And now we're sat in 6th, just 1 point behind Aston Villa. That's okay for me. Look at that, Panicelli is on 12 goals so far this season. Very impressive. We should have Isidore somewhere in there as well. I guess not. For the assist, Habib Diarra. Let's see the growth of the team. Isidore, 81. Panicelli, 85. We see Talby go up by +1. Hume is stuck on that 80. That's worrying me right now. So maybe I'm going to give a chance to Sace and see how he plays. I'm excited to see that. Smets has gone up. Getraude has gone up. Boofs is up to an 87. He's looking ridiculous. Mayenda up to an 80. He is pushing Isidore for the spot. That could be quite interesting. Arsenal's top performer is Victor Gyökeres. And my goal is to stop that man and pick up some points away from home to push us back into the top 4. As we speak, Arsenal is actually below us in the league table. So this is a matchup in which we should be the stronger team. But as you've seen, against some of the top sides, we do struggle. And Arsenal is not easy at all. Diarra, Isidore, Diarra, down the left goes Adingra. Both of our wingers have barely done anything. Adingra, Panicelli should have scored. I need to do better. Arsenal with Bukayo Saka. An exceptional finish into the top left corner. Sunderland is down once again. Can they come back from this? Uh-oh. Ødegaard, Gyökeres, Smets. Yes, love that Smets. Huge tackle from him. Can we finally get something going for ourselves here? As Panicelli now runs through. Inside. Isidore. 1-1. Yes! Sunderland finally getting an attack. And we score. It all started with a huge moment from our defense. Sace carried it forward. Panicelli moved it on. And Isidore finished it for Sunderland. Now, as we go further, I'm going to bring on Chris Rigg. I'm also going to be giving a chance to Mayenda, see how he plays. Isidore is going to stay on. And then we're also going to be bringing on Andre Luiz on that right-hand side. I'm not seeing enough of Talby. Nice. Finally, get a touch in. Rigg, Adingra, Guendouzi, everyone's moving forward. Here's Mayenda. For the first time, I have him on the ball. He finds Maatsen down the left. Maatsen inside. He sees Chris Rigg. He could have won it all. Rigg, nice interception there. Guendouzi down the right. Off we go with Andre Luiz. Andre Luiz inside. Guendouzi over into the middle. What the... Bro, that was supposed to be for Chris Rigg, but okay. Here goes Mayenda. Mayenda! He has just won it for Sunderland and it's 2-1. Can you believe it? Mayenda off the bench has been incredible for this team this season, and now he got a chance for me as well, and he proved his worth to the Sunderland faithful. 4 minutes to go. Will Arsenal manage to come back into this, or will that tackle from Smets initially that brought us the comeback be worth everything? Smets, good ball. Andre Luiz, Guendouzi, off we go once again. Isidore wants the ball. He gets it. He takes the shot. Nearly scores. But that is the end of the game. Arsenal have been beaten at the Emirates. 3 points for Sunderland. Régis Le Bris is happy today. Next up was Burnley at home, and we continued our great form with another victory. That now pushes us all the way up into the 3rd position with a 5-point gap to Manchester City. Can we actually compete with them is the question. Because clearly Haaland and Panicelli are currently in the middle of a competition for the Golden Boot. Tactically, by the way, this is how we set up this season. False 9 on Isidore, target forward on Panicelli. Guendouzi, I think I'm going to go away from box to box. I want one of my players to be somewhat like a holding player. And then Diarra moves forward because I like his dribbling. I like his movement, his shooting, everything. I think Diarra is better in that position for us. Adingra and Talbi are on winger because I want them to stay wide and give us an option there. Says and Matson on wing back, both centre backs on defender. Actually, no. Smets is now on ball playing defender, it seems. And Roofs, goalkeeper. Simple. Carabao Cup quarterfinals against Forest, 3-3. What happened there then? Crystal Palace game after that is another draw. And it seems like we have actually won on penalties against Forest from what I can tell. And that means in the January transfer window period, we have a matchup against Chelsea in the semi-finals. Oh, please. Newcastle against Sunderland in the Carabao Cup final. That is all I want. If I can just win that this season, Newcastle, I need you to beat Arsenal. If you don't, I'm going to be so disappointed in you. At the top of the league sits Manchester City with a 7-point gap over us now. And that is exactly the game that Régis Le Bris is preparing his squad for. And of course, the lineup is set. And most importantly, Isidore against Haaland. That is the battle we're up for. City coming up with a really strong lineup. Balde now having joined them, of course, and Haaland. Oh boy, this is going to be something. If we win, we push further into, hopefully, the top 4. If we lose, Manchester City widens the gap between them and the rest of the league, and we fall down even further. Right before the transfer window, this is a great moment to assess how strong we actually are. Adingra, pass a move. Hold on, I see a bit of space for Isidore here. Isidore. Cuts inside. Diarra. Panicelli. Donnarumma. He makes a huge save for his club. Panicelli could have scored. Catrada with the scorpion kick pass. Okay, I see you. Now, nice football from the team. As we do get a move on with Panicelli. Inside. Isidore. Come on! No, it's the freaking post! Isidore, come on, man! That needs to be 1-0. Marmoush inside the box. I cannot get the ball off of him. Okay, no matter how hard I try. Haaland! Smets, thank you for the clutch tackle. Terrible pass for me to move it out of the defense. And Savinho fails to get past Roofs. 70 minutes into the game. Both teams with huge chances. No, Haaland inside the box. Plays it off. Smets, Roofs. 78 minutes in. I need a hero, lads. Panicelli's coming off. Mayenda is coming on. Andre Luiz down the left-hand side. And you know what? I'm going to give a chance, not to Enzo Lefe, but Chris Rigg, actually, instead of Diarra. And centre-back, I'm bringing on Ballard. I think he handled Haaland really well last time. Here comes Ballard. What a tackle on Haaland. That's why we subbed him on. Andre Luiz. Inside. Rigg. Here comes Sace. The right back is pushing on. He sees someone on the side. It's Rigg. He should have won the game in the 91st minute, but no, Manchester City survive. Talbi, Andre Luiz. Can we make something happen here? Andre Luiz. Inside. Mayenda. Mayenda. No way. This game is done. I should have won, man. We should have picked up 3 points against the best squad in the league. However, Régis Le Bris will be proud of what his team achieved. They do know, though, 3 points were so passable in this one. We just missed out. And so now, finally, we entered the month of January. 4th in the Premier League with 36 points. In the Carabao Cup semi-final against Chelsea. And 1st in the Champions League phase, which is outstanding. But it doesn't mean anything because even young boys are 2nd. So what the hell is going on this season? Samuel Essende is their top scorer. 73 rated striker. Congrats. We have 104 million in our budget and a squad that is good. Don't get me wrong. It's a really, really good squad, but we could easily upgrade this team with those 100 and something million. So if you guys have suggestions, please let me know. Right now, I feel like we don't have enough wingers. We have Andre Luiz as a backup, but I would like to have someone else for that left-hand side as well. Chris Rigg, I'm actually really enjoying as a substitute. Enzo Lefe obviously has now left us as well, so keep that in mind. We have Granit Xhaka as the backup for the centre midfield position too, so we're covered there. For centre back, we have Ballard at the moment, which I'm pretty happy with. So probably a new winger, but Would you guys want to see someone come in and take over a starting 11 spot? If so, you will have to let me know. Sace has now gone up to an 81 rating and surpassed Hume as well. So a lot of things happening as we do move forward into the second half of the season, where maybe, just maybe, a trophy might be possible. Last time we learned some lessons. We are better than Newcastle, not good enough to beat Dortmund, but strong enough to get past Arsenal. Isidore was the main man with 2 goals and an assist to his name as well. However, Arne Slot took away Sadiki first and then Enzo Lefe, leading to a huge transfer budget for Sunderland. First, we signed Guendouzi, who's linked to Sunderland in real life. Then we got Mate Smets because of your suggestions. And now, my friends, halfway through the season, Sunderland have 104 million to spend, as we find ourselves in the 4th position in the Premier League with 36 points. But now, the board is coming in with a crazy request. We have to get top 4 this season and also on top win a domestic trophy. If we don't, we have to sell one of our best players for over 50 million. And that's because if we don't get that type of success, the club needs money to come in. And right now we're looking at Talbi, Adingra, Diarra, Madsen, Sace, and many others who are around that range that would really force our hand in terms of letting go of one of our best players. And well, you guys have saved another one forever. Panicelli has been chosen to be the next one locked in. So when it comes to the starting 11, Roofs is safe forever. Ballard, obviously a bench player, but also important. Then we have chosen Adingra from you guys, and now Panicelli has been added to that list as well. This comment right here has suggested a very, very talented player for our team as we were looking for wingers. And you guys have made a great choice because Malik Fofana is today's huge signing. This is such a talented player. Has been linked to so many Premier League clubs by now. I'm signing him off of Liverpool for 40 million. This is a huge player coming in at an 82 rating. Now, obviously, Adingra is on that 84. He's backed up by the new lad that is walking in, and that is, of course, Fofana. An 82 rated player, 22 years old, 93 pace, 87 dribbling, 4-star skill moves, and he does have 2 very useful play styles as well. Guys, we have made the right choice, in my opinion. Thank you for that suggestion. Just a heads up, obviously, when it comes to a domestic trophy, it could also be the Premier League that we go for. But there's an 8-point gap to Liverpool, who have only lost 1 game this season. I don't think we can catch up there. But what is very interesting for us, and for me specifically, is the fact that we could be up against Newcastle in a Carabao Cup finale. That is all I ever want this season. Don't give me anything else. Just give me this finale and I'll be a happy man. But of course, we are now also entering the FA Cup. We are in round 3 in January. Obviously, it starts for us. This could also be an interesting trophy. Maybe another finale against Newcastle. Who knows? Currently, Panicelli has the most goals in the least amount of appearances, but Isak, Haaland, and Gyökeres all have the same amount of goals. Some top goal scorers in the league, all playing for different clubs. It's going to get quite interesting when it comes to the Golden Boot. Today, we're starting off with a loss against Arsenal, but then a comeback against Wolves. In the FA Cup, I was hoping to win the first round, and so we do. And I just realized we have 2 legs in the Carabao Cup. We have Chelsea here in the month of January, and then the second leg will be up against them in February. Now, I see a very interesting matchup against Real Madrid in the Champions League here. That would be a perfect way to truly see how strong are we right now. Last episode, we lost against Dortmund. This time, I want to test myself against the best of the best. And so in the first leg against Chelsea, we lose 2-1. The pressure is on for the second leg. West Ham away, 4-0 smacking. The boys are ready for a big moment this season as Real Madrid steps closer. Champions League football, here we go. Isidore once runs from his teammates. He gets one from Adingra. Adingra inside. We do have Diarra running through. Diarra and then Talbi. Courtois with a huge moment for Real. Just how good are we? That's the question as Panicelli hits the crossbar. The man is on fire. Gotta give it to him. No. Mbappe. Oh, mate, he just sent me. He just completely sent me. Kylian Mbappe scores away from home. Sunderland down at their home ground as Mbappe and Xabi Alonso are two very happy people. Anicelli. Diarra. Adingra. Inside. Whip it in. Shoot! No way, Panicelli. How do you miss that, brother? You've scored like 20 goals already. That's some nice movement as Vinny Jr. now runs through down the wings. Smets is on him, but Vinny Jr. still finds a way. As they are looking for Mbappe, they find him again. It's 2-0. There is just another level with Real Madrid that we just are not able to get to yet. Defensively, we're not strong enough. Midfield cannot cope with the good passes. There are levels to this game, guys. Jude. Yes, we stopped them. Inside. Diarra. Run, Diarra. Needs help. Isidore, come on. Come on. Let's do this. Isidore. What a finish. We're back into the game. 66 minutes in. Pick up the ball and let's keep this up. Possibly a huge comeback. Proving our strength. And you know what? For that, I'm going to be making some changes. Panicelli, I haven't seen anything from you today. We're going to bring on Fofana. Actually, hold on a second. Fofana and Andre Luis. Talbi is yellow carded. And in midfield, Chris Rigg is getting his chance. I was hoping for a comeback, but all I'm getting is possession play from Real Madrid. It is done. We are not able to come back into this game. But compared to the Dortmund matchup that we lost in the Champions League as well, we were down 2-0 and couldn't do anything about it. In this game, however, at least we scored a goal against one of the best teams on paper. So far, by the way, even though you guys have not chosen Isidore to be safe, he has only had offers from clubs that I don't necessarily consider huge. Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, Spurs. He seems safe for now. Says has a 60 million offer from Villarreal. What are they on? Anyways, on our way to the transfer deadline day, we beat Manchester United. And we are just getting a unexpected event. The club has decided that any remaining transfer budget will not carry over to the next season. 62 million will just be deleted like that. So once we get past this Juventus game, which we lose 3-2, and the Brentford game in the Premier League, which we do win, we have now arrived on transfer deadline day. As I look at my team now with the money in mind and being on the transfer deadline day, for striker, we have Mayenda. For centre midfield, Rigg, Xhaka, Neil. For the wing, we have Andre Luis and also Fofana. For left back, we have Jerkin on a 75. For right back, Hume. For centre back, Ballard is the one. But I am just realizing we only have one backup centre back. Onayan is way too low rated. So maybe with the cash that we have, one more backup centre back would make sense. There's one player in the Bundesliga that is getting tons of attention. Spurs loanee Vuskovic, the Croatian centre back, seems like a Rolls Royce of a defender, and for that reason, I'm interested. I had to get him in. He comes in for 25 million, which is nothing considering that he is 78 rated. So that's a +6 upgrade on Iron, so I'm very happy to see that. I'm going to take Patterson off the bench because I never need a goalkeeper on my bench. But this guy comes in at the age of 20 with extremely well-balanced stats. I mean, he has 64 shooting for a centre-back. We're looking at 75 defending, 81 physicality, 6'4", precision header, long ball pass, aerial fortress. If Spurs actually finally gives this guy playtime, or a different side like apparently Dortmund is interested in bringing him in and building him up, this guy's going to be one of the most expensive centre-backs out there. Trust me. Now we're up against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. They're coming in with an extremely strong squad, of course. However, our Sunderland lineup is unchanged. The strength that this team has shown against a team like Real Madrid to go ahead and only lose by 1 goal gave me a lot of confidence. As you may remember, the first game in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, we lost 2-1 against Chelsea, which means we have to at least win by 1 goal to make it through into extra time / penalties. Let's try and win this by 2, please. And let's not concede a single goal. That's going to be the most important thing. That's Nico Jackson, not Nico Jackson. Please don't concede to him. Thank you. Says, no, what the hell kind of pass was that? Smets, Catrada, Andre Santos, Roofs. That's a sign. We're not going to lose this game. Nice, Martin. Come on, Martin. You started some great counterattacks in the past. Gendouzi. Oh, there goes Panicelli. Panicelli is through. This is it. This is it. He's going to take it by himself. Panicelli brings us back into the game. Sunderland make it 2-2 on aggregate. And now the game begins. Gendouzi, you can't let him play with you like that. Nico Jackson. Nico Jackson hits the crossbar and out. Bro, Chelsea could have easily been leading by 2 or 3 goals by now. Talbi, love that. Says on the run. Panicelli, get in there. Pass it. Isidore, no. Take a touch. Calm down. I'm going to be making a change right now. Chris Rigg is coming on into the center, and Fofana is going to be coming on for Talbi, who's been really getting on my nerves lately. And you know what? I think I'm going to bring on Hume. I need a little bit more strength here in defense once again with some more stamina. Gendouzi, please. Oh my God, crossbar again from Nico Jackson. Cole Palmer. Nico Jackson, we get it. Gendouzi, move it forward. Isidore, nice passing. Panicelli sends Isidore. This is the big moment for the French lad to get us into a finale, possibly against Newcastle United if the stars do align. Sunderland has come alive one more time in the late minutes of the game. Isidore, Panicelli, Gendouzi, Gendouzi, he's holding him off. Gendouzi to make it 3. That is it. Sunderland have fully completed the comeback in the best way possible. That must have been soul-crushing for Chelsea, losing 3-0 at home after winning 2-1 away. Sunderland just never give up. But now the big question, who are we up against in the Carabao Cup finale? Please, yes! It's Newcastle against Sunderland. It's epic. It's perfect. It's all we ever wanted. That is the only game I care about. Honestly, I know. We could be going for the FA Cup and everything, but I don't think we're going to be playing against Newcastle there, no matter how far we get. This is it, lads. There is nothing that could be more important. Oh, it seems in the Champions League, we dropped into the 9th position, just outside the safe spots, which means we have to play against Ajax in the playoffs right now, lads. Well, the journey begins with a 3-2 victory against Fulham, as we have to take on a bunch of games now. Then we go across to Leicester City to pick up 3 points. FA Cup against Wolves is a draw. He could be out. Away game against Ajax in the first leg is a 3-1 victory. There's a good chance we make it through. Spurs at home, 1-0 win. And the second leg results in a 5-2 victory for us. Crystal Palace at home, 2-2 draw. Where does that leave us in the Premier League table? Second, behind Liverpool by 4 points. Is there any hope? Like, could we actually challenge for the Premier League title? Arsenal and Manchester City are right behind us, but there's a nice gap to the 5th position, which means top 4 is looking more than likely this season, which is all I ever really wanted this year. I never expected to compete for the title, but hey, if you push me there, why not? Especially because Panicelli is the top scorer in the league now, ahead of Haaland, Oyarzabal, Isak, Foden, Voltemade. No one can compete. And Adingra is joint assister in the league as well, with Roofs dominating the clean sheets. In the Champions League, though, our next opponent is Barcelona. Okay, well, it was fun while it lasted, my friends. Barcelona's top scorer right now is Rafinha, 19 and 10. Ferran Torres, 19 and 7. Lamine Yamal, 18 and 5. And so we approach the Barcelona game with a victory against Burnley and an FA Cup matchup against Everton, which we do win again. Are we going for double domestic titles? Look at this schedule, by the way. Barca, City, Barca, Newcastle in the Carabao Cup finale. That is disgusting. And so, my friends, the first leg will be simulated. What? Have we just beaten Barcelona? Second game, Manchester City? We beat them too. Bro, what is going on? That now puts me 4 points behind Liverpool. And you know what? I'm risking it. I want to play against Newcastle. It's Yes, 4-1 against Barcelona. What the hell just happened? Our next opponent will be Manchester City in the Champions League. Honestly, lads, this is, I didn't see this coming at all. Manchester City is probably the team that can stop us. We lost against Dortmund already. Let's see the top scorer, though. Who is doing so well for us? Someone must have been scoring these goals. Isidore has 6 goals in the Champions League so far. And Panicelli has 5 assists. Guendouzi. And so that trophy is what I want now against Newcastle United, whose Nick Voltemade has the most goals in the competition so far. Kubarsi next to Ibanez, Guimaraes, Joelinton, Ramsey, Afif, Voltemade in attack. Interesting squad to say the least. But hey, we're stepping onto the pitch in a nice white and blue shirts of Sunderland. The complete opposite of what we normally do wear with the red, of course. But this is the game, man. This is the one where I want to desperately win. I don't care about beating Barcelona. I care about beating Newcastle United because I know what it means to the Sunderland fans. Oh, that's a good ball. Here comes Newcastle with Joelinton. The first tackle doesn't work. Roofs has to step in. Ramsey. Nice movement. Newcastle potentially scoring. It's Ramsey scoring for Newcastle United in the Carabao Cup finale. This is not what I expected. They're taking the lead. This needs to be turned over quickly. But it just shows the desperation on these Newcastle players to really make sure to stop us. As Isidore now goes past one, shoots. Oh my God, what a horrible finish. Guendouzi. Yara. Nice. Guendouzi again. Down the right, there's a bit of space. Whips it in. What a horrible cross. Newcastle United just messing about now as well. That's disrespectful. I don't like it. Catrauda just gets the ball. Madsen onto the counter-attack. 75 minutes in. We need to do something right here, right now. Adingra is through. I love to see that. Adingra, keep it up. Cuts in. Adingra, no way I messed that up. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ramsey misses it. Come on. Move it. Last minute. Guendouzi. Talbi. Off we go with Panicelli. Inside. Yes, we've done it again. Sunderland just never gives up the 92nd minute. This has become normality for this team. Until the referee blows the whistle, we do not give up. The referee now blows for full time. That has to break their soul. It just has to. And now at this stage, we're going to make some changes ourselves. Rig, Mayenda on the left, Fofana on the right, Andre Luiz. We are fit. Smets seems a bit tired. It's time for Ballard. Let's bring on the big guns and win this game. Oh, mistakes were made. Mayenda jumps over him. Mayenda, skill move. Mayenda, shoot. I nearly pulled that off. We are open. Ballard. Big tackle needed. It's a foul. It's a foul and potentially a goal for Newcastle United. If Elanga can just go ahead and whip this over the crossbar. No, it's going to be Afif. Terrible shot. Oh, I don't like this. Bruno G. Bruno. Elanga. We're trying to get close. That's nice movement of the ball. Newcastle, do not do this. Late into the first half of added time. Roofs! Oh my God, bro. Are you kidding? Mayenda and Chris Rigg on high pressure, and we are successful with it. Rigg down the right. He sees Andre Luiz inside. It's Guendouzi. Gets taken out. Penalty. 114 minutes into the game. A huge opportunity to win it for Newcastle United as Roger Ibanez cannot contain himself. Look at this tackle. Guendouzi would have been through. And now the moment. Now is the moment. Everyone is looking on. The moment for Sunderland to win it all. Panicelli. Buddy, you have been exceptional this season, and he remains exceptional. Panicelli has just potentially won a domestic title for Sunderland. Not only lifting that trophy is huge, but also the fact that we get to save one of our players that would have otherwise been sold for over 50 million. Now just the last few seconds as we drag it up and down the pitch. And there it is. It's done. And so now I would say this is the final time we have to care about Newcastle United, because Sunderland is going to a different level. We are a Champions League club that now started lifting trophies. And hopefully soon enough, big ones. Normally we do half a season every single episode, but I can't do it because up next in the FA Cup we have Newcastle United, guys. Literally the next game. Right after we kicked them out, took the trophy right in front of them, and now we're up against them again, and this could give them a chance to win it. I mean, remember, for 91 minutes, they were winning, so anything is possible there. When it comes to the Premier League, we are sat in that second position, 4 points behind Liverpool, and the question remains, is there a chance for us to compete for this? I mean, that would be absolutely ridiculous. Now, going into the Champions League, we are up against Manchester City. Arguably the strongest team in there alongside Arsenal, but against Arsenal we have been successful in the past, so I feel more confident. Manchester City, however, we had some games I think where we did struggle, so I don't know how to feel, but I feel like this season could be absolutely massive and we could be overachieving to a level that I would have never expected. And it's all down to this team. Isidore has gone up to an 82, but honestly, he gets goals and assists like he is an 86 rated player for me at the moment. Panicelli, to be completely honest, not my type of player. He moves like a truck, and I have big issues with that. But my God, is this guy amazing in front of goal. He seems to be in the right spot at the right time when I need him. When we go into our midfield, I would say I haven't been impressed by anyone in today's episode. Not a single one of these guys has done wonders for me. Defensively, I'd say Smets had some great tackles. Says has had some good moments as well, especially moving forward. But Roofs, brother, you are insane. 87 rated at this stage. Mayenda is a great substitute to have. Fofana and Andre Luis have been good. And Chris Rigg has been really good every time I subbed him on. Ballard is a beast and helps us out whenever I need him. So overall, the way this team is playing, the direction this is going, there could be more trophies in line for us. Panicelli has 39 goal contributions in 49 games. Isidore has 29. Adingra is on currently 22. Diarra 18. Mayenda 9 goals off the bench. Guendouzi has 23 goal contributions with 18 assists, which makes him the top player in our team in that category. I'm amazed by this squad, and I really hope you guys feel the excitement from me when I think of all these games that are coming up. I cannot wait to dive into them, and that's why we're going to move that into a different episode, because Newcastle, Man City in the Champions League, Newcastle in the league again. Do we have Liverpool? Liverpool in the league to possibly be up for the title. It's going crazy. It's going way faster than I thought. Let's see what happens next time. Real Madrid showed us that we aren't up there with the best. But after beating Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semis, we faced Newcastle in the finale only to beat them in extra time and lift our first trophy. We signed Malik Fofana and then Vuskovic as pieces to add to our squad depth, as we are now sat behind Liverpool by just 4 points in the Premier League. And of course, how could we forget? Somehow we have beaten Barcelona in the Champions League to now go ahead and face Manchester City in the quarterfinals. I don't even know how this happened. And according to this comment right here, you guys have made your choice. Guendouzi is safe forever. When I look at this team, I don't necessarily see a squad that can go ahead and just challenge for every single title out there, but somehow we find ourselves in that position. This Sunderland squad has something special about it as we speak. I mean, don't even get me started that Panicelli is on 21 goals, top scorer in the Premier League ahead of Haaland. And after beating Newcastle in the Carabao Cup, today we're starting off with a battle against Newcastle in the FA Cup. Can they crush us this time, or is Newcastle as a story done for Sunderland and they're just an easy team to get past now? And don't forget, we have to get top 4 this season, and on top of it, win a domestic cup, which we have done. Otherwise, we have to sell a player for over 50 million. And so, Newcastle, can you overcome the fact that you've constantly lost against us? The FA Cup gives you another opportunity. I don't think I'll let you through. They have changed their lineup, though, compared to last time. Kubasi is not part of the starting 11 anymore. I mean, we have been exceptional lately, and I gotta say, I did not expect the team to do as well as it has done this season. It's genuinely shocking me as much as it is probably shocking you, but let's focus on getting past Newcastle again. Isidore, go on then, lad. Lead the line. Mets, what is he doing up here? All good, though. We'll focus on the right. Talbi. People have been saying I should use you as an inside forward rather than an out-and-out winger. So let's cut into the inside with you, my friend. And then look for Panicelli. Panicelli, first chance. Genduzi, nice one. Genduzi. Down the right goes Talbi. I've been expecting a lot from you and not gotten anything. Talbi! Finally, he's back scoring goals. 4 appearances, only 1 goal contribution from our right midfielder. I've been genuinely thinking about replacing him next season, but hey, if he keeps doing this, I'm fine with it. Talbi, thank you so much. And the replays are still broken, but there he goes. Beautiful, pal. Oh, that's not ideal. Smets. Wow, nice football. To the far post. Matson out of position, but we get lucky. Elanga can't head it down. Off we go. Isidore, Panicelli, off we go into the counter-attack. The Argentine won't miss. Newcastle United, that's it. That chapter is closed for Sunderland. We are meant for bigger things now, and Newcastle just cannot keep up. Remember, they had beaten us 4-0 the first time we faced them. Now it's a totally different story. This book, let's just close it. Sim to end, 2-0. Goodbye, Newcastle. Since we have 2 legs against Manchester City, we're going to have to go past the first one. Here it goes. City against Sunderland. It's a 4-2 loss. I have to come back from a 2-0 drawdown. Okay, here it goes against Chelsea in the Prem. A 2-2 draw. Liverpool might be running away with the title by now. Actually, Manchester City squeezed in between us by now. All right, lads, skip the intro, skip everything, because this game is huge. I have to come back from a 2-goal deficit against an incredibly strong Manchester City, but that's the way it goes. I love challenges like these. These are the moments where I have the most fun. I have to completely admit that, even if I lose. This game, just the adrenaline, that's all I'm going after. As Talbi now sprints through, down the wing, cuts back. Ah, come on, Panicelli. Down we go, Adingra. Oh, there he goes. Isidore, come on. Left foot, bang! Saved. Genduzi nearly had Haaland there. Smets has to step in for us. Martin down this left-hand side. We have created a bunch of incredible counterattacks, and that is what we're going after again. Isidore, man, Clartiol is dominating him today. And City are playing this so smart. Just pass, pass, pass. I'm literally falling asleep. Dude, it's been, what, 60 in-game minutes, and I barely had any chance. Why is Haaland chasing me down? Come on. No, I legit can't break down their defense. And now they're on the counter. Smets, catch up, please. Please, Smets. Oh, wait, they're making mistakes down here. Oh, Genduzi just cannot stop Rodri. Genduzi, man, the people have chosen you, and you've let us down. Come on, make something happen. Make something happen. Get me back, Diarra. No, no. What the hell is that, man? Donnarumma punches the ball out of the stadium. Diarra. Yes. Come on. Get one back. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. Pick up the ball. Why are you shooting? Brother. Okay. I don't... You know what? If you're not picking the ball up, I'm subbing off one of you at least. Mayenda. Here we go. Fofana, Andre Luiz. I still have hope, man. We have pulled off some crazy things in the past. Yes. Panicelli. Mayenda. Panicelli again. Oh, no. It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late, man. It's not enough. They were playing the ball around the back this whole freaking time. We're winning this game, but that's it. It's 5-4. It's actually 5-4 and it's the end. Oh, man, I can't believe it. We're out. We're out of the Champions League. Still proud of the team for making it this far. But Manchester City played it so smart, man. Barely any chances. Guardiola ruined any attacker going at him. I just couldn't break them down. And Rodri, man, he made Guendouzi look like a little child. It's okay, though. Let's focus on the Premier League. We still have something to win there. We beat Bournemouth 3-2. Newcastle away, 1-0 victory, 6 points in 2 games, which puts us still 4 points behind Liverpool. And obviously, we have a game against them. So let's just technically say 1 point, because I'm confident in my ability to beat them. But in the FA Cup, lads, we're in the semi-finals. So, Portsmouth has been chosen to be our opponent. Liverpool on the other side in the semi-finals against Chelsea. It could be a battle against Liverpool for both of these domestic titles. Absolutely no disrespect to Portsmouth, but, I mean, come on. There's no way they beat us here. Easy win, right? Okay, I was scared for a second. Panicelli scores. And Diarra does the same. We're through into the finale, but against who? It's Liverpool. Okay, Liverpool is coming in with their best performer being Alexander Isak, of course. Generally speaking, it's him. 47 goal contributions. Wirtz is doing an exceptional job for them as well, with Van Dijk on 8 and 5 at the age of 36. He has more goals than Mo Salah. What is going on? Before we play against Liverpool ourselves, we beat Forest 2-1 to put ourselves in the best position possible to face them. And we are still 4 points behind them. Same amount of games played. City has already played 2 more games, but this is it, lads. If we win this game, we are 1 point behind them. We're putting on the pressure. And I do wonder who else Liverpool will be up against. Liverpool plays against Burnley. That's an easy victory. And it's Chelsea at home. Maybe a draw for Chelsea. That could happen. And then Manchester City away. We have all the chances in the world to win the Premier League title if we win this next game. Lads, this is it. This is the game that will decide our Premier League season. Mo Salah is part of the starting 11. It's still not more goals than Van Dijk. That still shocks me deeply. But hey, if everyone can beat Liverpool these days, right? I should be able to pull that off too. So let me see if I can grab this Premier League title away from them in the last few games of the season. Guendouzi sprinting forward. Lovely pass. Panicelli. Isidore. Yes! That is the lead for Sunderland at home against Liverpool. I want to grab their hands as they reach out for the trophy and pull them back and get it myself. Says down the right. Here he goes. I see on the far side, Adingra is completely open. Adingra cuts in. He goes for the pass. Isidore makes it 2. Liverpool is getting crushed. This is it. It will be a 1 point gap if we keep going like this. Sunderland is truly going for the Premier League title. Look at the 2 banks of 4 from our team. Oh, no. Isak. No, stop him. Okay, all right. Liverpool is back into it. He has 23 goals in the Prem. Congrats to you. Atrada is right there with Isak. Talbi doing the same. Now Smets again. Oh, no. Salah could have easily scored. Guendouzi drops the ball there. Salah. Nice. Guendouzi, I love that from you. Guendouzi in a good spot to give it a try. Isak. I'm getting a bit nervous right now. By Cetic down the wing. Says thank you. Oh, wait. He actually kept that in. What the hell? Oh, my God. Roofs. Bro, what's happening? Smets, please. Yes. Counter-attack, counter-attack, counter-attack. Run, Isidore. That's perfectly timed. Isidore to win it. Yes! The 2-goal lead has been re-established again. Adingra gets the assist of a lifetime. The knockout for Liverpool. Nice, Talbi. Guendouzi. Panicelli wants a piece of this. Oh, wow. Come at me, Liverpool. Come at me, Wirtz. I'm holding it at the corner flag. I am gonna be a rat right now. I want this Premier League title, and I'm not gonna get it away easily. There we go, lads. The victory belongs to Sunderland at home. We have so much to celebrate, but Isidore is the man of the match in the most important game of the season. He scores a hat-trick for us. The fact that that man right there hasn't been called safe forever is an absolute joke. You guys know if he gets a transfer offer right now from a big club, I have to go ahead and accept it. So yeah, let's see how that one works out. Brighton at home is the next matchup for us, and it's a 2-0 victory with Teatralda as the man of the match. What has Liverpool done? They have gone ahead and won their game as well. There's only a 1-point gap, but remember, they have to play Chelsea and Manchester City back-to-back. You have to drop some points. But first, it's time. The FA Cup finale against Liverpool. We have just beaten them, which was obviously very impressive, but I'm scared going into this. I feel like they know what we're capable of now, and they could be coming back strong. And so the fans are going to be trickling into the Wembley Stadium. Liverpool obviously wants to get something out of it this time. My goal is to make sure they realize that last time was not luck. It was just pure ability from our squad. But Stevenson is playing as their right back. I don't know about that one. They do have Wirtz in the center, Salah up front alongside Wirtz, Gakpo on the left-hand side. Let's see if I can handle this. Upamecano has replaced Konate, it seems. Wirtz, Isak. He just about gets that ball across. Salah tries his luck. Roofs is right there. Uh-oh. Okay, now I gotta play this really smart. Not allow him to take a finesse shot. There we go. That's the key. Dude, this rain is making it very hard to keep seeing everything on the pitch. The movement, everything is a bit more hidden. It's 1-0. Isak scores. Smets is pushing onwards from our defense. He goes for Guendouzi, who has now a bit of open space to run into. He goes for Panicelli. Why head it? That's why! Let's go! I wanted a volley. He just decided to head it. I'll take that. The Argentinian striker brings us back into it. And he tells Isak, you're not the only good striker around here, pal. In my mind, if I can beat Liverpool in this FA Cup finale, I'm going to ruin their morale and they're going to start dropping points against Chelsea and Manchester City. Surely, just 1 point. They will drop at some point, man. And that's all I'm going after here. Ah, come on. Getting really unlucky there. Isak sending me 2 different ways and roofs. Thank you, bud. Still a legend. It's just controlling the game. Here goes Alexander Isak. Oh, what the hell? How did he just do that? Dude, someone stop him. I just couldn't switch to the right players. Yeah, Liverpool is really playing serious on this one. I just cannot get the ball. What the hell is happening? Bro, everything is going so quick. Look at this. They're inside the box again. And they're taking it outside again. It just keeps going back and forth. I cannot believe how well Wirtz and his boys are controlling this game. But here goes Isidore. Panicelli. Down the right. Lovely hold-up play from our tall striker. Inside again. One more. Isidore Diarra! He has done it! Possibly that might just be the end. Sunderland to win the FA Cup trophy. Diarra at the right place at the right moment. Look at that. The passing play was on point. And he goes with his left foot to make sure Mamardashvili does not even get his fingernails on it. Let's freaking go. Be careful, be careful. Last minute. Last minute. Someone step in. Isak! Roofs! 90 plus 2. It's done. I'm not giving them this ball. I am not giving them this ball right here. That's the end. Kick it away. The FA Cup belongs to Sunderland. And so our goalkeeper and the one that has led this team for so many years now, Roofs, is lifting the title for Sunderland. We are climbing up the ladder of titles as we speak. First the Carabao Cup, now the FA Cup. Yes, we dropped out of the Champions League. There's still time for that at some point. But we are getting stronger by the season. which makes a lot of our players very interesting for some big teams. And now with that 1 point gap and 2 games to go, this is it, lads. No control. I'm taking my hands off. What's it gonna be? Can we lift the Premier League title on top of it? We beat Aston Villa. Okay, that's already perfect. I don't know what Liverpool have done. I will only know after this game. Please don't drop the points. No way. There is actually no freaking way that we just lost. We just lost. We just literally lost. Oh my god, bro. Oh, wow. It is what it is. And the top scorer also goes away from Panicelli, belongs to Isak and Haaland. The Nordic strikers are dominating as we speak, and I feel like this could be a breaking point. This could break a lot of our players, and a lot of big teams could be coming in, swooping in for some of our best players that haven't been saved yet. So now the purge begins. The big clubs are smelling blood in the waters, and now Simeone walks in as a representative of Arsenal. He wants to get Talbi. I want 55 million. And so the deal has gone through. They're paying 55 for Talbi. Sunderland, yes, we might have been successful lately, but we're not an established big club yet. So players are leaving, and that's not the last one. Liverpool have come in for Geertruida after taking away the Premier League title. Now they're taking away one of our best defenders. It is just absolute insanity. Over 110 million flowing into our transfer budget, but we have just lost 2 of our starting 11 players. For now, that means Andre Luiz will have to take over the right midfield position, and Ballard is back into the starting 11. That is not good enough for us to go and compete for the Premier League title again. Big moves need to happen in the next transfer window for us to go for all the trophies this time. Last time the results were all going our way, beating Liverpool twice, scoring loads of goals with both of our strikers, and getting incredible assists with many of our players. The FA Cup belonged to Sunderland, but then the Premier League title slipped away. Talbi was purchased by Arsenal, and Liverpool signed Geertruida. And that is, of course, the Liverpool side that has just finished ahead of us in a Premier League title race by 1 point, leaving us weakened in the centre-back and also the right midfield position. But who knows? Maybe this is a great opportunity to invest big time and make some big changes that take us to big trophies. And well, in the new season, we have 240 million to spend, which is an absolutely ridiculous amount of money. 143 million initially and 106 from those sales that we have made. And you guys in the comments down below have decided Mate Smets is the next one to be safe forever. We might have lost Talbi, but the comments were suggesting an incredible player for Sunderland. This man played for Newcastle, but for a very short amount of time. Then moved over to Brighton, and now everyone is talking about him. What if he joins Sunderland and ruins Newcastle over and over again? That would be an incredible journey as we now go after, of course, you know the name, Yankuba Minte. This man is a special player. Over at Feyenoord, I already saw him play, but he wasn't the player he is today. He was constantly getting into incredible positions to passively score or get assists, but he just never would. And then after he had moved over to Newcastle and then specifically to Brighton, everyone started seeing what this guy is about. And I genuinely think this is an incredible player for us to bring in into our squad. Minte now comes in at an 85 rating, which is a +3 upgrade on a Talbi, and 94 pace, 74 shooting, 86 dribbling, 4-star skill moves, quick step plus with the rapid play style. This season is starting off with a massive signing. We have dominated Newcastle in the past season, and now I'm basically looking for new ways to hurt them. And I think this would be mental damage that they just wouldn't really enjoy. That's Sunderland is looking good for the new season on the right wing. Now, for the left centre-back position, we still have Ballard, who obviously I really do like. But ideally, we want to bring in someone in there that is on the same level as someone like Smets, who's on an 85. Which means we have to bring in someone extremely talented who has grown pretty well by now. Lille is known for bringing out incredible centre-backs, and Alexandro is one of them. But in contrary to many centre-backs of the past, he's already 25 in real life. So that means we're bringing in someone with experience, not necessarily a talent. Something new for me. An 84 rated centre-back at this stage to walk into this team and really become such an important player. First of all, left-footed on the left centre-back position. 28 years old, 71 pace, 85 defending, 6'3", and he has the block, intercept, anticipate, and the aerial fortress on top of it. Lads, we have found the perfect centre-back for this Sunderland team to truly push on and try and compete for the Premier League title. And maybe we can even dream of more than that. But the board has something to say. By January, we have to be in the top 2 in the Premier League and also the top 8 in the Champions League phase. If we are not, one of the players that we have deemed safe forever is unlocked and up for sale. And what better way to start the season than Sunderland against Liverpool in the Community Shield. Our team, of course, coming in the usual 4-4-2 setup with Minte now in the starting 11. And here is Liverpool's lineup with Gertruida playing as the right back for them this season. That, my friends, means Adingra is gonna be up against Gertruida on that left-hand side. I'll try and make an example of Gertruida. You should never leave Sunderland, buddy. Oh, Isak. Takbo straight away. We are in trouble, Roofs. Oh, wow. They are playing beautiful football. Isak, top left corner. Sunderland is already down 1-0. Is this Liverpool side going to be able to take everything away from us this season? Oh, no. Mo Salah. Mo Salah. He's looking for options. I'm trying to cover them all, but I won't ever be able to do so as Buadi plays it through. Smets, big tackle. Adingra wanted the ball and he got it. Panicelli, Isidore, Adingra. The front three now, so to say, as Isidore is looking for Panicelli. And there is the equalizer. The Argentine top scorer has his first goal of the season already. 1-1. Sunderland ain't never giving up. Oh, brother, this is not ideal. Says, win it. Gakpo and Roofs. Bro, our goalkeeper is absolutely insane. That's another cross, and Gertruida nearly scored against us. Roofs just pushes it onto the post. What the hell is this game? The first game of the season, and it's absolute insanity. Here comes Isak. Wow, what a finish. What a freaking finish. I need to see the replay of that instantly. Alexander Isak, how the hell did you just pull that off? Buadi gets an assist. Isak, the toe poke to the right. Roofs, could you have done better there? I don't want to really complain, but... Oh, wow. That doesn't even work in physics. The way he hits that makes no sense. All right, Gertruida, you wanted this, okay? I'm just letting you know. Adingra against Gertruida. He knows how to get past him through the training sessions. He gets the ball off of him again. Adingra. Come on. Oh, man. Smets, good header over to Guendouzi. Diarra, there he is. Down the left we go. Diarra, Adingra. Adingra against Gertruida. Gets past him. Adingra, yes! That's what it does, man. Gertruida, you made the wrong choice, buddy. Give him the body face celebration. All right, 60-something minutes into the game. Chris Rigg is coming on because he has been absolutely amazing for me every time I brought him on. Alexandro, I appreciate. He has done really well, but I feel like I need that mentality of Ballard right now in this important of a game. And Adingra, actually a bit tired. Fofana, it's your turn, buddy. Van Dijk with the mistake. Isidore. Run! Shoot! Isidore has ruined Van Dijk! He is prone to making mistakes lately in real life, and now Isidore pounces on it. This is it. Isak, one last attack off of Liverpool, possibly. Here they come. I'm going to have to defend this with all my life. Yes, Matson. I freaking love Matson, man. Every time he leads us into some amazing counterattacks, but this time I made a huge mistake. Florian Wirtz, Bollard, take him out, son. Give him that slide tackle. It could be a red, however. Let's be careful. Just got subbed on. Nothing. All good. Now, this free kick, it could be bad. It could be really, really bad. Oh, they play it short. Lads, react. What the hell? They react. Yes! Roofs. He saves us. Sunderland are picking up the Community Shield, which might not mean much to a lot of people out there, but it's about the mentality. It's about letting Liverpool know this season you're not taking trophies away from us. And with that, the man of the match, our goalkeeper, leader, captain, Roofs, is the one lifting the title, my friends. What a way to start into a new season. You love to see it, but there is so much work still to be done. This is just one game, and I'm sure Liverpool will get stronger throughout the year. After that victory, the Premier League begins with a draw. Really? Anyways, I gotta tell you, I have big ideas for this season. I want at least one of these two to get the top scorer. I mean, Panicelli was so close to it last season, lost out on it in the last 2 games. That needs to happen for him or for Isidore, who has now gone up to an 83. And I do want one of these 4 midfielders to be up there for the most assists in the league as well. That'd be beautiful to see. And of course, another thing I would love to do is utilize the full strength of the squad. I really like how the starting 11 plays at the moment, but I also really like the players that we have on the bench. So whenever I do jump into games, I will make substitutions. I will make sure that Fofana and Mayenda and Andre Luiz and Rig and all these guys get the playtime they deserve, because they're actually class. And up next is Liverpool again. I have Liverpool fatigue already. I'm going to be going past this game just to see how our team actually fares against them without me controlling them. But here it goes, guys. Please, we need to be able to compete with them. They have a ridiculous team. And off we go. Please, come on. Sunderland, yes! We've won! Isidore 87th minute. Isidore 23rd minute. The team can handle it themselves. That's amazing to see. But still, hey, let's calm down. It's only 2 games into the season. Now we have Brentford, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Bristol, Wolves, and Chelsea, Leeds, Crystal Palace, which means the month of November and December should be quite tough. Man City there, Newcastle. Then we have the likes of United, Arsenal, Spurs in the month of December. So towards the end of this half season, we'll have a bunch of big games to play. And so now we're sat on 4 points. Make that 7. And finally, our Champions League opponents have come out in the league phase. Bayern Munich, we have Dinamo, Porto, AC Milan, Galatasaray, and then we have Athletic Bilbao and Slavia Praha, not Sparta. I think they're quite easy opponents. We should get top 8, I hope. If we don't, it's a disaster. Up next, Aston Villa at home. 3 more points. And the Champions League opener against Bayern Munich turns out to be a victory. Away from home, quite impressive. Away against Bournemouth. Can we carry on? Yes, we can. So after a month of football, we are seeing growth in a lot of players. 86 is on Diarra and Adingra now. Smets and Matson have it too. Roofs up to an 89. And top scorer, Diarra from centre midfield. 10 goal contributions in 10 games. I love it. Isidore is the one with the most goals in the striking position, but I'm sure Panicelli will catch up. Next up, the Carabao Cup, which I would love to lose, but we do win. I kind of want to drop out of it and focus on the important games. Bristol City just promoted, and they lost. Dinamo Zagreb at home should be a victory. It's clear. Bro, we're crushing everyone. I love it, but that could lead to a bit of overconfidence. Wolves against Sunderland. Still winning. What's going on? So far in the league table, okay, we are only 3rd at the moment. Arsenal have 7 games, 7 victories. What the actual? Okay then. Where's Liverpool? Oh my god. 15th. Bro, they suck. Just like in real life. It's funny until it's actually real. But yes, we are in the top 3. We need to be in the top 2 by January. And Arsenal is a team that we definitely have to play against this season. Let's see how good they are. Same goes for City. Forest, I'm not sure why they are this good at the moment. Goals? Calimundo. He is actually the top scorer in the Premier League as we speak. Next up, Chelsea at home. Can we carry this on? No, it's a draw this time. We're dropping points against some of the bigger teams. Dynamo Kiev away, 3 points. Away to Leeds, another victory. I love the consistency in our team against the smaller sides. And now Norwich, please beat us in the Carabao Cup. Let me drop out. No. Crystal Palace at home. Not an easy game. Oh, wow. Our first loss at home this season. That is significant. Porto straight after. Are we just gonna crash out again? No? Okay. We haven't played that. In the Champions League, by the way, at the moment, we're sat in a 3rd position. Pretty happy with that. Top 8 is the goal, to avoid playoffs, of course, and make the board happy. But in the Prem, we dropped into the 4th position. 7 points behind Arsenal. Now, slowly but surely, my fingers are itching. I want to play some games, so please, what the hell is the schedule that they have given us with all these small sides until we line up against the big ones? At least Adingra is having a great time alongside Diarra, and Panicelli, as I said, did catch up to Isidore. And once we get past this Porto game with a victory, we are now finally playing against Manchester City. And so finally we return to the pitch, man. It's been a long time. All right, lads, let's focus up and let's try and see if our team is still in good form or if the game against Liverpool was just a fluke and I actually am not good this year. Let's find out. Diarra picks up the ball over to Yankuba Minte, who goes for it. I love it. Minte's cross. Head up, Panicelli. Close one. Haaland. Smets. Oh, that was not necessary. Phil Foden. My tackles are going absolutely nowhere as we speak. I'm just trying to cover Haaland so he doesn't get a shot off. And we concede. Before half-time, Manchester City take the lead and put us into a terrible situation. All those simulated games have gone well. Now when it counts, I'm bottling it. I cannot let Arsenal go any further away from us. I need to turn this around in the second half. Come on now. Move it down the right with Minte and Panicelli. Panicelli finds Minte again. Guendouzi. Isidore! Yes! Exceptional football! As Isidore is back again, scoring the important goals for our team. I gotta tell you, that was genuinely some beautiful football. Guendouzi gets yet another assist added to his name. What a signing he has been since Sadiki has left us. Oh, Haaland! Roofs, thank you very much. 61 minutes in. And we're doing quite well on the defensive side, finally. As Minte, down this right-hand side, will try to start something again. Here goes. Yankuba Minte cuts inside. Now has some space on his left foot. Goes for it. Time for Rig, Fofana, Mayenda, and Andre Luiz. It's a good cross. Martin jumps up, picks it up. Nico Gonzalez now. Phil Foden just inside the box. Do not let him shoot. We get lucky. 89 minutes in. One last attack. This left-hand side has carried out a lot of counter-attacking goals in the past. As Rig... No! I was just looking at Panicelli for the right moment to pass the ball. Instead, we could concede here with Mubama. Alexandro is right there. My tackles are going nowhere. Please, kick it away. Man, it could have been a goal. Instead, it will be a draw against Manchester City. It just shows we are not just one of those teams that can dominate anyone and everyone. Lower half of the league table, mid-table, we're all right. Against the top teams, we're still struggling. Now we have 4 games in the month of November and a bunch more before we face Arsenal. So... let's get there, because I cannot wait to prove myself against the strongest team, and hopefully by the time we get there, we will actually be in range to compete with Arsenal. And so the month of November starts here, and we get a 3-1 victory against Newcastle. Then it is a draw against AC Milan in the Champions League. Against Everton away, it is 3 points for Sunderland. And Nottingham Forest, who were initially doing pretty well, are getting smacked 3-1. So as we enter the month of December... Oh! Okay, things have changed. Arsenal have lost 3 games, possibly in a row. I don't know what the hell happened there. But Manchester City, the team that we couldn't beat, has now taken over that first position. That's very interesting to see. So at the end of the day, it is going to be a 3-way title race possibly, unless somehow Nottingham Forest actually remains to be part of it, which would really surprise me. Top scorer-wise, Jacob Ramsey from Newcastle. What? Isak is up there now. Kalimuendo as well. Any of our players? I guess not. Let's check the squad. Isidore, +1. Panicelli as well. Adingra, 87. Minte has gone up to an 86. Says is catching up with the rest of the team. He is our lowest rated player in the team alongside Isidore. And I cannot wait until Roofs has that 90 rating, man. It's going to be exciting times. The players on the bench are going up nicely as well. Even Ballard. In the Champions League, we find ourselves in the 2nd position. Pretty impressive. No losses so far, but multiple clubs have that type of record. And even in there, we're not part of the top scoring list. Gassou Diarra from Feyenoord is dominating. 79 rated left wing. Props to him. And now to get to the Arsenal game, we got to go through Southampton. It's a 2-1 victory. In the Champions League, do we carry our unbeaten record? Yes, still. West Ham at home in the Premier League is a victory. 3-2, I like it. And we beat the likes of Manchester United as well. Carabao Cup, West Ham again. We beat them again with the same record. So that actually puts us at the top of the league for the first time this season. With Arsenal, our next opponent, right below us in the league table. City still haven't lost the game, but they're picking up too many draws. But that can change quickly. It is well and truly a 3-horse race for this season's title. And Arsenal up next. This is a crucial moment in the season. Biggest game. Let's jump in. This is us going to the Emirates Stadium in North London. Can Arsenal take away that first spot from us? Or will Sunderland thrive again? We're coming in our blue kits because, of course, Arsenal are wearing the red and white at home. Now, I love the fact that Smets has gone up to an 87. He has truly become a leader at the back line for us. And I really do hope that we get to see some of our players performing really well. I just remembered... Hold on a second. Let's go over to performance. Let's take a look at the Arsenal squad. Because Talbi is playing 87. What? He's gone up to an 87 rating at Arsenal within half a season. Okay. We have a ridiculous starting 11 with Ekitike up top, supported by Talbi. Bukayo Saka on the other side. Yeah, this ain't going to be easy. Declan Rice, they're constantly looking for him. Ødegaard with an exceptional ball to Talbi. Talbi, don't do this. Bro, don't you dare. Roofs, let's go. What kind of header is that? Smets, Bukayo Saka nearly scored a similar goal to how he has done to us in the past seasons. Talbi, he is doing too much. I don't like it. He is doing way too much. Roofs is forced to make a save again, and he's unhappy about it. Nice, Adingra. Now over to Smets, who is pushing on. Smets. Love that back heel. Off goes Yankuba Minte. The defender has moved away. Minte scores the goal against the run of the game. Sunderland go 1-0 up at the Emirates. Exceptional from the new signing. That was already worth it. All the money we spent on him. Oh, Ekitike running through. Smets. Trying to catch up. Nice skill moves. Saka. Ødegaard. I'm a bit out of position. Here they come again. A last man tackle. What? Are you kidding me, ref? What is the penalty there? I need to see that again. What the hell happened? I felt like I put in a perfectly timed... He gets the ball. Nah, bro. We need to see a replay of this. So here it comes. Ødegaard passes it across. Here's Kai Havertz on the ball. Alexandro gets the ball. Are you freaking kidding me? How is that a penalty, man? That's clearly him getting the ball. I mean, sorry, but this is an absolute joke. Look at this, man. Bukayo Saka, this penalty is unjust. You shouldn't score it. Roofs. Bottom left. Nah, man. What a joke. Not deserved at all. I need revenge, and I need it now. I need it now. Ref, he's pulling my... Yeah, Arsenal is playing dirty today. I don't like it. And don't forget, lads, we have to be top 2 by the end of this month. If we are not, and we go into January in 3rd place, one of our safe forever players is getting unlocked for our opponents to sign. Isidore, no! Come on! Come on, catch up. Oh no, we're completely open. Odegaard, crossbar. This game is nuts. Thank you, TK. Smets, what? What? Bro, that doesn't make any sense. I literally just bounced off of him. Okay, we just saw him snot on the floor. That's cool. Bro, I'm gonna lose this game. I'm gonna lose the top 2 if it keeps going like this. Talbi. He gets the ball back. Talbi could get an assist if Roofs wasn't legendary. Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm bringing on Granit Xhaka, and I don't even care what anyone says. Fofana coming on now. Mayenda coming on for Isidore. Minte is going to stay, but I feel like Smets hasn't been on it. Ballard now coming into this game. Oh my god, Bukayo Saka, ridiculous. But Ballard doesn't play these games, man. He doesn't play these games. Off we go. Down the left-hand side. Fofana. Granit. Yes. Fofana. Make that run. Come on, Fofana. Ah, the angle is too tight. And he gets taken out. A penalty in the 92nd minute. That's it. That's the moment we have been waiting for. Arsenal is losing their cool heads. And now, Fofana, thank you so much. What a moment. I just need to put this into the back of the net. Panicelli, our top scorer last season. Lots of power. Lots of accuracy! Panicelli scores! Sunderland is back in a title race properly. This victory would have taken Arsenal a few big steps ahead, but instead of that, Sunderland celebrate a draw away from home against the strongest team in the league with a perfect penalty. Perfect? And so we can go back home with our head held high. Panicelli, thank you for that moment. That victory has kept us in the first position as Manchester City is now 1 point behind us and Arsenal on 41 points. Obviously, if we would have lost, we would have been on 42 and Arsenal would have been on 43. And even 1 point of a difference, as you've seen last season, makes such a big impact. So the fact that we have been able to not lose that game away from home is huge. So now the question remains, how could this second half of the season develop? Could we win the Premier League title? Could we be up for a European title? On top of it, will any top player join us or any of our top players actually leave? All of that next time. Panicelli and Isidore once again carried Sunderland, whilst Diarra was our standout midfielder with 2 assists. Beating Liverpool in the Community Shield was a great start into the season, and we made it better with the signing of Yankuba Minte for our attack and Alexandro for our defense. And now halfway through the season, we find ourselves at the top of the league with 43 points, only 1 loss on our record, but the unbeaten Manchester City is chasing us down alongside Arsenal. We still have 116 million in our budget, and of course, the January transfer window is open, my friends, and that means we get to spend however much money we want to improve this starting 11 right here, or the bench that we have built up throughout the years. Now, as you may remember, the board had some expectations going into this season until January, and we achieved all of them. And while you guys in the comments down below have decided something important, this one right here has said it. Finally, Isidore is safe forever. And well, he does deserve it. This season, he's on 13-4 for us, but Adingra is on a special run. He has gone up to an 87 rating already, has basically made himself world class, and is the most effective winger in our team. But also shout out to Habib Diarra, who has been stepping up beautifully this season. 18 goal contributions in 31 games from center midfield. That's what we like to see. this Sunderland side is looking stronger than ever before. And while big teams are lining up to sign our players, Bayern Munich wants to sign Mayenda. The 82 rated striker is wanted by a massive club out there, and I gotta tell you, I would love to make it possible for him this season to move over there and become the main striker at Bayern. But to be honest with you, we are building something very special this year. I think we're going for some big trophies. So for that, Mayenda, it wouldn't make sense for you to leave. Then Andre Luiz is wanted on a loan deal by Inter. And what's up with Newcastle constantly wanting our players? Get out of here. Fofana wanted by Bournemouth, Brighton and Bayer Leverkusen. Smets, 102 million offer from Manchester City. Are you kidding? Let's negotiate. I want 200 because that is the value of Mate Smets. No chance? That's fine with me. We are a big enough club now, and as you know, we don't have to sell to top teams anymore because our club itself is now a top team. As I look into my squad, I realize one very, very interesting fact, and that is I love my team. I love my bench. I love even the freaking reserves that we have. So what does that lead me to when I look at the 100 million budget that we have? I gotta tell you, I'm about to do something very silly, but I'm loving the idea of it. I genuinely don't think I've ever done anything like this. It has absolutely nothing to do with realism, nothing to do with, you know, I need this player or whatever. I am literally going after, yes, Nick Woltemade from, yes, it is Newcastle United. But hear me out. I'm going to tell him he's going to be a crucial striker in our team. I'm going to give him a 4-year contract. I will also make sure he gets a really, really good wage over at this club here by giving him 140k. How do you feel about that, Woltemade? Of course you're going to accept. Sunderland is the better project, right? So now we move into the January transfer window. We lose against Spurs. Oh no, this was not part of my plan. And against Nottingham Forest, we pick up 3 points again. But that now means Nick Woltemade becomes a part of the Sunderland squad. Why? Watch out. It's just a silly thing. But goodbye. I've literally only done this because I just wanted to hurt Newcastle. There was nothing I would like to change about my starting 11. I didn't want to do anything with it. My bench, I'm very, very pleased with. Even Ballard, he's a beast of a player. We have Mayenda, who is wanted by Bayern Munich. What am I doing? I'm just buying one of Newcastle's, or the best striker at Newcastle, and ruining their season by just sending him to the free agents, and I'll be checking out who he actually joins. Newcastle were sat in a 6th position, aiming to push into the top 4, but now they had scored 34 goals. I'm pretty sure they won't be scoring that many moving forward. Back to the regular work we have to do. 2-0 victory against Everton. In the FA Cup, we're facing Manchester City, the team ahead of us in the league, and they beat us and kick us out of the FA Cup. But you know what? That's a 3D chess move from me. First of all, against Chelsea Carabao Cup, we do win the first leg of the semi-finals. Then it is us against West Ham, which we do go ahead and win 3-2. But let me show you why this is a 3D chess move. As Manchester City has to fight on all fronts and attempt to win the FA Cup, we can focus solely on Premier League football. We both have 52 points as we speak. So I'm hoping I drop out of every single national competition away from the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, so that we can focus on the Premier League and try and win it. Last season, we missed out by 1 point. I cannot let that happen again. I'm going to be fully focusing on this with my whole entire squad. Unless we get past Chelsea for whatever reason. In the Champions League, we are in a good standing, beating Athletic Bilbao. Back in the Prem, easy opponents are lining up, and it's a 5-1 victory against Southampton. Slavia Praha away from home is another victory. And to conclude the Premier League games in January, it is Bristol City, 3 points for us. And would you look at that? Manchester City started dropping points. 3D chess, and as you can tell, we're 5 points ahead of them as we speak. But that doesn't mean anything, because still I have to focus on Champions League football. The knockouts are coming now. And that is the part where I'm really excited to move ahead and really do a good job with this Sunderland team. However, the January transfer window is going really smooth. Newcastle still holding themselves up in that 6th position. My goal is to make sure they don't push into the top 5. I don't know why, but ever since I've taken over Sunderland, I'm just trying to ruin their rivals. However, lads, if we do end up winning this game right here against Chelsea, we're going to be in a Carabao Cup finale, even though I didn't want to get there. But let's see. Here it goes. We made it through. 4-2 on aggregate. Ian Matson and Diarra score the goals, as we actually have the chance of winning a domestic trophy. Just one game to be played. Let's do it. On transfer deadline day, the offers are trickling in. Mayenda wanted by Galatasaray. Panicelli, 105 million from West Ham. 123 from Dortmund. Andre Luis, still only loan offers. Fofana, 66 million from Brentford. Smets wanted by PSG for around 100 million. As you can tell, our players are so good that everyone just wants to have them. I want to play a game against Arsenal, so let's get past Bournemouth. 2-2 draw. Aston Villa away. Let's stop dropping points. We still drop points. Another draw. By the way, big update from EA. We are seeing on the status now, right above me there, contract already accepted for Roofs. So that tells you already negotiated a contract. But then you have Guendouzi where it says not willing to renew contract. So it's a bit more clear now, because this silly contract system that we have going on in this game is very confusing. You see on Panicelli now, contract already expired. Is there anyone that says they want to negotiate? Because Diarra, for example, submitted a transfer request. But that basically means he wants a new contract. Okay, so I guess every time you see that, that means they are willing to go ahead and renew their contract. Unless in the case of Fofana, they don't want to. Interesting. Now against Brentford at home, it is a victory finally. And what that means for us is we are on 63 points, just 1 point ahead of Manchester City due to those draws that we have picked up. However, Arsenal is our next opponent. If they do win this game, they're back in the title race. But I could legitimately just kick Arsenal out of the title race with this game coming up. So let's do that. To add to the craziness of this game, I have made the game even more difficult. For the remaining half of the season, the AI sliders are going to be even stronger. And obviously, on ultimate difficulty. What the hell? Why do I have the trainer on? Bro, I've been playing this game since FIFA, what, 98? Get out of here with these. Joining in now into the attack with Yankuba Minte. I'm asking him to make a run upwards. Inside. Over the top, and the bicycle. Oh, mate, that would have been exceptional to start off the game. Of course, Talbi is now up against us again, so don't forget, down that right wing, Talbi, I'm going to have to take out whenever I get the chance. Maatsen is going to take care of him. Diarra, down the left we go. Panicelli is saying he wants the ball. He gets it. I thought that was a goal for a second. Now, down the right, we have a man waiting for it. Panicelli gets it, luckily. Minte wants it back. Down the center, I love that. Diarra, yes! Diarra scores for Sunderland as we kick out Arsenal from the title race. Spot on. Says moving into the attack, finds the pass into Isidore. He keeps his cool, and Diarra on his left. I love it. 90th minute now. The referee will be blowing the whistle any moment. Arsenal is out of the title race. Sunderland have done what was necessary at the home ground. Send them away with nothing in their hands. After that victory, I wanted to see more points, and 3 is what we got against United. Now, my friends, we're entering the Champions League, and our opponent is Eintracht Frankfurt. First leg away from home, a 2-0 victory. Then it's Newcastle United away, and as you can tell, we're beating them 3-1. I guess you were missing a couple of goals. And the second leg against Frankfurt, 5-1 on aggregate. They have been crushed. And guess what? This squad with now an 85 rated Isidore and a bunch of 87s throughout the midfield. 88 Smets. Wow. This squad is now going into a Carabao Cup finale against Manchester United, who we have just beaten in the league. So, you know what? I kind of want to try something here. I want to run a backup starting 11. I want to give these players a moment to really shine. And if they cannot, well, we have plenty of players to step in and come off the bench and make an impact. But for the first time ever, I'm going to be basically changing out the entire starting 11 in a lot of positions, and we will be taking on Manchester United. I mean, Liverpool have done it in the past with youngsters from the youth academy. Let's see if we can pull this off with actual good players. Again, it's on the harder difficulty, so I could fail miserably right here. I really hope I don't, because I think a lot of these players that we have as part of the starting 11 now that came off the bench are players that really had a huge impact for us throughout the years. So I do want to do the right thing and get them a trophy. De Ligt with a mistake. A terrible touch. A great pass. Panicelli should have scored that, man. Should be 1-0. Oh, they have Alderete. Remember him? He's one of our own. Alderete playing against us here. Bobby Mainu with the worst of touches, but here comes Manchester United anyways. What the hell? No! Block it! Thank you, Maatsen. Oh, wait. He might have still bottled it. Oh, all good. What a ball. What a freaking ball. Andre Luiz into the center. Mayenda. 1-2 with Panicelli. There we go. Panicelli. Smack. Yes! The Argentine scores once again. Our top scorer last season. This time around, he might just be scoring the important goals. Andre Luiz, cross whipped in, Panicelli, and in the center, we can't get it. Cunha, good tackle by Hume. Guendouzi, a bit of chaos here. Manchester United, possibly running through. No, Vuskovic again, steps in, I love it. United coming through here. I'm misplacing tackles. Why is no one... That made absolutely... I don't know. I think I might have pulled out one of my centre-backs. Šeško was completely on his own in front of Roofs. Okay, lads, now's the time to shine. Ooh, Mbeumo with a mistake. Fofana, Mayenda, Panicelli. What? 92nd minute. That can't be your finish, man. All right, Panicelli, that's enough from you. It's time for Isidore. It's time for Adingra. The originals need to step in here. Rig, I like you, pal, but it's time for Diarra. Ooh, yes, there we go. Solid. Guendouzi sprinting forwards. He just about gets that one under control. I see Andre Luiz down the right. Andre Luiz in a good position. Isidore wants it, but I'm going to take the shot with Andre Luiz. Just subbed on Minte and Smets for the sake of it. Let's see if that helps us. It's going into penalties, man. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Manchester United, don't you dare take away this trophy from me that I didn't want throughout this whole season. Now that I can get it, I actually want it. Guendouzi. Come on. Easy, right? Let's go. It's just an opportunity for Roofs to become a hero. That's all I wanted, right? Bruno Fernandes. Ah, man. Solid. Mayenda. Oh, perfection. Perfect. What? Okay, I need to stop Mbeumo. How's he gonna go for this? Ah, down the center again, twice. Isidore. All good. Cunha. Stop him. Stop Cunha. Yeah, no! I had him! I freaking had him, man! Adingra. Saved again. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Xerxes. Down the center. Wow, dude. I lost against Manchester United. The Carabao Cup does not belong to us. I genuinely did not want this trophy, but now that I was here, I did want it. I am shocked that United has been able to kick us out of it. I really hope this doesn't have an impact on the rest of our season. And so one could call this bad news after bad news, because we are up against Real Madrid in the Champions League. I mean, come on. Couldn't you have given us a team like that in the finale? In terms of big teams, I mean, Atletico, Leverkusen, we still have Bayern Munich in there. PSG probably goes through as well. So those two are probably the two other big teams that one needs to be scared of. But the first game is going to be played at home. I'm going to be just doing my best to give us an advantage, and the away game will be simulated. So that means I 100% have to beat Real Madrid at home with the difficulty now lifted up. Is that even possible? Going into this game, though, we have a big issue, and that is the fact that Guendouzi is red carded, so we won't be able to use him, which means Chris Rigg now gets his chance in the starting 11, and on the bench, We have this Sailed guy who has been out on loan for a while. So let's bring him back. Actually, no, that's a centre mid. Let's just put on Mundell. Look at the stars walking in for Real Madrid as we talk to Xabi Alonso. Is this too big of a task, or are we ready for the big step? The question is, who is going to be my hero? This is not going to be easy, lads, especially considering that the second game, the away game, is the one I've chosen to be simulated, which is probably not the smartest of ideas. I am really hoping to get the most out of this game. I think the next one, I might just go ahead and play the away game as well, instead of playing the home game. Carreras, nice movement. Kylian Mbappe waiting for the ball. This is exceptional football. What just happened? What? Oh my god, bro, I thought that was out already. We just survived a huge attack from Real Madrid, and there might be a counter-attacking opportunity here. As Diarra runs through. Oh my god, what a run from Diarra. They try to take him out. They cannot stop him. Diarra, in the absence of Guendouzi, he is the hero of Sunderland. Are you kidding me? What a run that was. The fact that he controlled it and kept the composure to end it. Diarra, you are my hero today, as I said. Oh, wow. Exceptional pass. Kylian Mbappe, Roofs. I need you today, Roofs. I really do. Adingra aiming for Panicelli. Oh, close. Jude. Ooh, good ball. Really good ball. Brahim. 2 players on him. He still finds a way. Chouameni. Mbappe. No! No, 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 man. What the hell? Oh my god, that's just not it, is it? That should have never happened. That's not the tackle I wanted. Kylian Mbappe against Roofs. Roofs, please. Please. Please, Roofs. Down the center, man. Ugly. Okay, I need fresh legs on the wings because a counter-attack might make all the difference. Mayenda comes on as well. In defense, I just feel comfortable with Bollard. Here he comes. Kamavinga. I got it. I got it with Maatsen. Maatsen again. The counter-attack of dreams starting over on this side. Is that a possibility? Diarra. Rig. Rig sprinting ahead. He sends Luis. In the center, Panicelli. No. It's a 1-1 draw, man. Away against Real Madrid. I have to sim the second game. Oh, my God. This is bad. This is bad. We could be out. First, it's the game in between against Spurs, and this one, Sunderland. What? We lose. But forget about that for a second, because now we're going into the second game against Real Madrid. And look, I'm going to simulate it here instead of the calendar, because for whatever reason, I think this way we will do better. Please, lads, get us a draw and win on penalties. Do something. I need you, because I failed you. You need to save me now. Sunderland. Here we go. It's a 2-1 victory! Yes! Mbappe seemingly missed the penalty, or they got like 1 goal called off. Panicelli scores. We are through, my friends. Yes! Panicelli actually scored twice. Bellingham scored once. Unlucky. And on the other side, Leverkusen through against Atletico. AS Roma beats Bayern Munich. PSG smacks up Porto, though. Please, let me face PSG in the finale. That would be beautiful. Crystal Palace up next, away from home. Sunderland get a draw, and that's quite bad because the next game, my friends, is against the team right below us, Manchester City. This is basically for the Premier League title because right now, Man City is only 3 points behind us. Oh my God, bro. That's, yeah, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. If Manchester City beat me, they are on the same amount of points. And their goal difference will probably be better than ours as well at that stage. They do seem to have a stronger defense than we do, but we do score more goals. Panicelli, thank you so much. Thank you for that victory against Real Madrid. I cannot even explain how happy I am about it. Guendouzi is going to be back in the next Champions League game, but Diarra, what a goal, man. The sprint through. He only has 70 pace. Huh? He legit feels like 85 at least. Manchester City will probably come in with this lineup. Probably not Akanji, but it's a very, very strong team with Tijani Reinders, Balde, Savinho on the bench. Last season, I lost this title by 1 point. This time, I'm not going to make it happen. Let's increase the lead to 6 points against Manchester City. We held our own against Real Madrid, somehow beat them. Surely we can get past them, right? You know what's incredible? Like every time I start playing these massive games where it's like title deciding and all of that, I get that same feeling like when I watch my football team go into like a penalty shootout. Like I can genuinely feel my feelings just go crazy at that stage. So I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm excited, and hopefully I'm going to keep a clean sheet. Yankuba Minte into the center, over to Guendouzi. Down the right we go. Into the center again. Guendouzi continues that run. Guendouzi back from the red card, but I should have passed it or something. Man, I should have scored. Down we go. I don't know what the hell that was. Donnarumma, pick up the pieces. Says, we're all a bit too far offside here. Panicelli, nice little turn. Isidore, no. Oh, I don't like these moments where they do these 1-2s that lead to a pass into the striker. And there he goes, man. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I always struggle when they have their backs turned against me. So in this case, I don't know where he's going to go. And as soon as I commit to one side, he turns to the other. That's ultimate difficulty for you. Lads, we cannot lose this game. There is absolutely no way. Minte sprinting down the wing. Minte cuts in. Minte, pass it. Diarra gets past Rodri. Diarra, no. Minte, no freaking way. Yes! Let's go! Panicelli! We got him panicking. Let's go, man. 11th goal of the season for the Argentine. He hasn't scored much this season, but this is crucial. How the hell did I not score initially? Donnarumma, what a freaking save. You know what, bro? Now I need a leader in the team. Diarra, I freaking love you, but I feel like for some odd reason, Xhaka is going to have a good impact on this game. And then I'm going to bring on Mayenda for Isidore. I still have the chance to do something here. It's Adingra. What the hell just happened? I have no idea. Inside, Mayenda! No way. No freaking way, man. That could have been it. That would have been an insane moment. It's a draw against Manchester City as well. The Premier League title. Who knows who's going to win it? Our next opponent straight away is Leeds United, and we lose. Oh my God. Ha. Okay. What has Manchester City done? Oh, okay. They still haven't played. Manchester City is up against Chelsea. They could drop some points, but if they do win, they're going to be on 74 as well. And their goal difference might be ahead of us at that point if they do well against Chelsea. Bro, I am so nervous. This is an insane season finale. However, the Champions League, Leverkusen. Leverkusen is our opponent, and PSG could be our opponent in the end. I'm going to be stepping into the away game so that when we simulate at home, our team is more likely to win. And you know what? I've just decided I'm winning this game by 2 goals. I've just decided. But let's be serious. This is a Champions League semi-final. Sunderland, we have taken over your team when you were already outdoing yourself in the Premier League. And now, look at where you're at. Look at the players you have. Look at the originals that have grown exceptionally well. Please, just make it happen. Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell was that? Whoa. Fofana just ruined me. I got it. All good. Guendouzi. Move. Attack. Isidore. Panicelli. There he goes. Panicelli. 1-0. I told you I'm going to win this game. The Argentine strikes again. His 10th goal in 13. He could be winning the Golden Boot in the Champions League. Here goes Minte. Yankuba Minte. Oh, what a ball from him. What a freaking ball. Panicelli slides it into the bottom right corner. I told you 2 goals is what I want. But you know what? Maybe 3. Let's make it 3. Ooh, interesting. Didn't see that one come in. Here comes Alex Garcia. Patrick Schick now in the game. But Roofs is also part of it. We also see the run from Cez. He is so good when it comes to these types of positions. Inside into Yankuba Minte. He lobs it up, finds Guendouzi. Diarra! Oh no! 90+2. They're trying to get something out of this game, but I won't allow them. Unless they create something special here, but they cannot. That's it! 2-0! Home game we're going to win too. And Manchester City lost. They lost their game. They could have come up to 74. Bottle jobs. Having said that, I'm scared because we're up against Liverpool now. And Wirtz is the man of the match. We lost. Talking about bottle jobs. Surely this second game against Leverkusen is going to be an easy one. Smooth sailing. Panicelli now on a 90. The first player to get there. And 2-0 again. I told you we'd win at home. And PSG is going to be our opponent, my friends. They have beaten AS Roma 3-0. No surprise there, but that is the Champions League finale we're going to be jumping into. And now in the Premier League against Brighton, please, please, please. Yes, it's a 3-1 victory. Let's go. That was very important because Manchester City have dropped points again. We still have a 3-point gap. They just cannot catch up. But our next opponent is Chelsea. Well, here he goes. This is this. Oh my God, no. Oh no, I saw it already. Yeah, okay. Okay, now things are heating up properly because we only have one Premier League game left. And the situation... What? They lost again. What the hell is going on with Manchester City? They keep dropping points as I am dropping points as well. They beat Southampton, or do I need to go upwards? Oh, they lost against Wolves, really? And then, I guess, yeah, they just keep bottling it. And so here we are, last game of the season, Sunderland at home against Wolves. Surely this is the Premier League title, right? I'm telling you right now, it has taken us multiple seasons to get to this point, but man, was it fun to try and get this Premier League title. Initially, we started off already in like the top 6 with Sunderland. Many people thought it would be easy to win the Premier League title, but constantly we lost player after player, and now here we are to pick it up. Who's going to be my hero in this game? Oh, wow. Wolves running through here. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. Skip, skip, skip. Thank you for the ball. Isidore. Panicelli could be through. That little man shouldn't be able to stop you. Panicelli, yes! 22 minutes in, Sunderland equalise, and with that, we're back in the title race. Even if Manchester City do win their game, there will be a 1-point gap, exactly how we failed last time. That's how Manchester City could be failing, but I'm going to try and make sure to win this. Gendouzi back into Diarra. There he is. Great position. No. Tolu Arokodare. Roofs. That is a title-winning save, you know. Unbelievable from our goalkeeper, who has been exceptional all throughout the years, starting from season 1. Panicelli, I see you. Header. Beautiful. He has the precision header plus now. I got to use that. Gendouzi. Minte. Gendouzi. Long shots. Good attempt. 88th minute. Just survive a couple more seconds. Oh no, 90+1 referee. Please. Please don't do this. Let's not do this. Yes! Yankuba Minte! Run away with it! The Premier League title belongs to Sunderland! Years and years of building up to get to this point alone. Roofs, you have been exceptional. That save was worthy of a title, and you will be the one to lift it at the end. Sunderland have won the Premier League title. Congratulations to the red and white of Sunderland. The fans have something massive to celebrate. But there's more to go after. The Champions League is next. And now on top of it, another trophy could be collected by one of our players. Is it gonna be happening? Player of the season is Florian Wirtz. What? Come on, man. But who cares at the end of the day, because now we are in Benfica Stadium playing against PSG for the Champions League trophy. Everything we have worked for, every single game we have played, every single +1 in overall comes down to this moment. PSG coming in with Kvaradona, Gyökeres, Georgiadze on the left wing. That must be another another Georgian, 91 rated. What? That's insane. Gravenberch, Neves, Vitinha, Hernandez, Beraldo, Pacho, Hakimi. Okay, Beraldo and Hernandez I'm not scared of. Pacho and Hakimi look strong. And in goal they have Rolly Reban. On the bench, they do have some amazing players. Arda Güler, Barcola. Okay. The only thing I don't want is to take this into penalties, man. I don't like penalties right now. They don't like me. It's all good, though. Adingra, Isidore, Panicelli. Hold on. Is he offside? Isidore gets shoved off by Pacho. That's exactly what I was talking about. He's too good. Oh, wow. I'm getting sent to the shops. Gravenberg. There we go. Yankuba Minte picks it up. Guendouzi sprinting away. Guendouzi sees that they have separated themselves from Panicelli. He goes for Minte. Cross whipped in. It just didn't land at the feet of any of our players. My right back is doing skill moves. Diarra is on the run. Diarra! Yes! Diarra, exceptional once again. He's the one scoring the important goals. What a season it has been for Diarra. Isidore with the assist. And our centre midfielder, who initially in Season 1 was benched, has now become the most important player this season, in my opinion. Diarra, you, my friend, are goated, and that is such a good goal. How will PSG respond? Will they be able to respond? Is my defense going to be too strong for them? I really hope it will be. I'll find you. Ooh, this could be something. Why does it switch to Minte for the header and not Panicelli? Ooh, that's a good ball. Gravenberg back into Quaradona. Oh, no. I don't like this. Roofs! Yes, man! Still legendary. Where's that cross going? We got it under control. Minte runs into him, though. Beraldo, a centre-back now. Dude, they're going all out attacking now. I can feel it. Everyone is in the attack here for PSG. And I'm getting scared. I don't know what to do. Roofs again! Let's kick this away. Isidore wins it, but a shoulder pass from Pacho immediately gets us back into trouble. Maradona, they're just doing too much. I don't like this. João Neves, Dembele. No way they just did that to me. Oh, inside the box, they're just toying with me now. And now we only have 10 minutes left. I'm not going to make any substitutions because I'm going to make them all in extra time if we do get there. If not, I'm going to regret this decision big time. No. We're open down this left here. Dembele. 90 plus something. Ref, please. Ref, please. Get it away. Okay, we survived again. Now, Diarra, as much as I love you, you're working too hard. You don't have the stamina right now. Andre Luis coming down the right and down the left. I'm going to leave Adingra for now. Defensively, how could I not use Ballard? Honestly, like, it just sounds disrespectful to not do it. I'm going to bring him on. Alexandro, I know, he's going to come on as a right centre-back. Beraldo back into the center. These passes, these moments are the ones where I fail. But Ballard steps up and off we go into the counter-attack with Adingra. Look at that pace from him. They just cannot stop him. Adingra is too quick. Inside, I see Chris Rigg. Panicelli dive in. Guendouzi. Isidore, what are we doing, Isidore, man? We should have scored there. Okay, we just had that one move from Adingra. Now it's time for Fofana. And, do I take off Isidore? Nah, I can't do it to him. I can't. Fofana just came on fresh. Let's use that. Fofana, there we go. Come on, Fofana. Whip it towards Panicelli. A beautiful header onto the crossbar. Isidore picks it up. 111th minute. We're looking at the skies for absolutely no reason. Isidore scores for Sunderland to win the Champions League trophy. The benches have cleared. Panicelli's header at first was denied, but the Frenchman paid attention. I was thinking about subbing him off, but I didn't. And this is exactly the reason why. Beraldo bottles it, and Isidore ends the run of PSG and starts the greatness of Sunderland. 10 minutes of survival. I am going defending, buddy. I am going defending right now, my friends. Come on, step up. I'm switching players like crazy because I am nervous about this. Please, someone stop them. I need a hero with defense, says Ballard. Roofs. And that should be it. Ref, we're 2 minutes into extra time. Into added time, I should say. It's only +1. You have to stop the game. Ballard. Oh no, they're going towards Matson. Yes, off the line. Panicelli, are you freaking kidding me? What a moment. What an end to a Champions League finale. I've never had anything like it. Sunderland have done it. A line clearance. Last second of the game. Panicelli, you haven't scored, but you saved us from possibly losing it all in a penalty shootout. Roofs, you absolute hero. You are the one to lift it in the end. One last time. This Sunderland journey has been exceptional. The highs and lows, selling players constantly because we weren't a big club yet, until we finally proved ourselves and built a starting 11 and a bench to be proud of. Sunderland, this was a ton of fun. Thank you so much for watching this series. It has been such a joy, and I genuinely cannot wait to jump into the next series. So if you guys have any suggestions in the comments down below, do let me know. Wow, this was fun. Thank you. Have a great day. Take care and peace. I'll leave you with the footage of the lads celebrating.